Here's Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686.
To what Major Newton wanted.
Jay Santos, Citizens Auxiliary Police, joins us. You're going to be this summer. This will be your Safe Streets project.
Right, Phil.
And this project, I think people could get behind. You're watching the kids out in the neighborhoods this summer, making sure the kids are safe. And I think it's commendable for a group of people that are basically volunteers, what the Citizens Auxiliary Police is.
Well, Phil, you call us volunteers. I'm not sure I know what you mean by that, but
well, I mean, you guys are not official police officers.
Well, let me tell you about the members of Citizens Auxiliary Police. We all could have been police officers. We all could have joined the police force. Something I think a lot of people should kind of know, but we didn't want to because there's an awful lot of politics involved being a police officer. And I think it would interfere with the real grassroots police work a lot of us we're very much committed to.
But nonetheless, you guys don't have arrest powers.
Well, we do have the right to detain. We do have the right to detain, and we have the right to if we need to physically restrain as a volunteer police unit. We do that.
You have as your volunteers, you're not getting paid. The Citizens Auxiliary Police, you're not licensed by the state.
Well, the two things we can do, as long as we have on, and we wear a uniform with a blue armband and a pith helmet, we can physically detain and restrain as a volunteer police unit. So you might not know as much about volunteer police units as you think, Phil, because it is very involved.
All right, but the Safe Streets, let's talk about the Safe Streets project.
Well, that's why I'm on the program tonight.
All right, it was born of concern by you and by Major Elvis Newton, who is the founding member of your organization. The children needed more protection than they are getting on the streets, and to stop in its tracks this disease of child abuse and molestation, correct?
That is absolutely correct, Phil. Some 50 million children will be in the recreation areas this summer, the beaches, parks, playgrounds. And they're going to be accompanied by individuals who we are led to believe are their parents or individuals that are guardians. These individuals are going to be with these children.
What is your area of concern?
Really, our main area of concern will be in a fairly critical area. A lot of these people do something that is on the surface benign. I have children, Phil. You have 4 children. And there are times when a child needs to have sunblock applied. There are times when a child needs to have his bathing suit changed. And for a lot of parents, this is just a moment of duty for a parent to assist that child in whatever it is the child has to do to have a more enjoyable time at the beach. But there are also parents who are going to see this as an opportunity to get some kind of a quick, cheap kick, and this is our area of concern. The idea that...
Well, you're talking about parents putting sunblock on their kids being an entree to some kind of molestation?
I am. And I will tell you, I believe it's very widespread. I believe that these are...
How widespread do you think this is?
Well, these are people who pass themselves off as parents so they can get the quick, cheap thrill of changing a kid's diaper. And it's...
Well, good Lord.
I'm going to tell you something. It is unimaginably sick. We need to stop it in its tracks. I cannot imagine that the Citizens Auxiliary Police will not stand for it. And this summer, well, let your listeners know, Phil, let you know, that you'll see people, sub-commanders, wearing a blue armband and a pith helmet. If you're changing a child in a car, you're applying sunblock, we will have officers going to want to talk to you, see if you're getting some kind of a cheap kick out of it, or if this is a legitimate diaper change, or what have you. But what we are attempting to do is...
All right, well, I imagine then that you're going to be in situations, not just the Citizens Auxiliary Police of California, but the Gator Brigade in Florida.
Right, Simulated Minutemen of Pennsylvania. All the volunteer police agencies across the United States are banding together this summer to investigate and hopefully stop in its tracks an area that, probably about 3 weeks ago, I got a call from Major Newton. I went over to his residence, and I went and I talked to him. And if you've been in to see this man, and you've talked to Major Elvis Newton, it's really an amazing experience to sit in his living room. And the only thing you very quietly hear the television going in the background, but he's got it at a very low level. He likes to sit in the dark. And really, sometimes all you see is just the glowing ember of the cigarette and his, silhouetted against the light coming in from his backyard. And he told me, as I sat there at his feet, I want you to take a look at some of these parents who are putting on sunblock and they're changing the baby's diaper or putting on a kid's wet pair of underwear or some kind of a deal. So I'll tell you right now, if some of these people are getting their cheap, stinking kicks, taking a kid's diaper off.
It's so freaky, I wonder how widespread it is.
Well, we're going to determine this coming summer, and I'm asking that people be prepared. If you are doing nothing, a tip of the cap, and we're on our way. But this is the point we've reached, Phil, in this society. I think it is a sad commentary. We reached it nonetheless.
All right, 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. For people listening to the show right now, if they're at the beach, if they're changing a kid's wet bathing suit, if they're in the car.
Exactly, Phil. A lot of mothers, a lot of family members are at the beach. They might want to change baby diaper out in the car. And I certainly appreciate that, given the fact that a lot of people will do that kind of thing on the beach. They leave the diaper laying on the beach, which, of course, we will not stand for that at all. That is an instance where we will physically restrain. People are leaving diapers on the beach after they change out a baby's diaper. But more to the point, we're going to simply, for instance...
All right, let me give you an example here, Jay. If my wife were sitting in a car changing a baby's diaper...
All right, what we do is we approach the car. If the window's rolled up, we'll tap on the glass, and we'd like to have a word with you. And what we want to do through a series of questions is determine that this individual is not getting some sort of a prurient thrill out of, seeing a baby naked or something. It sounds incredible to me.
I mean, I just can't imagine how widespread that is. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know. We do know the majority of molestation in this country is perpetrated by the parents of the children, as sad as that sounds. The other thing what we want to do, Phil, is I'm looking at a woman putting lotion on a kid. I'm going to want to have a talk to her. And the reason why I want to talk to her is if I can talk to that woman while she's putting sunblock on a child, and I can say to her, my name's Jay Santos, the Citizens Auxiliary Police.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. I want to know what you're...
Well, here's what we're going to do.
No, but let me just say I'm putting sun lotion on my kid.
I would walk up to you and I'd say, excuse me, sir, I'm Jay Santos, Citizens Auxiliary Police. I want to ascertain that you putting lotion on that kid isn't giving you some kind of a kick. Basically...
You're going to say it just like that?
Well, but no, in so many words.
No, but I want to know exactly what you say.
What I would exactly say is we put it in a more... We do try and instill in our subcommanders and in our vice admirals the community relations. I would say, sir, my name is Jay Santos, Citizens Auxiliary Police. We are here protecting children here on the beach and the community. I'm sure it's something that you would certainly support. And this time, sir, I want to ask you about you applying that lotion to that child. Is that for sunblock? And you would respond, I suppose, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, I thank you for that answer. Can you tell me if you're having any kind of, is this something that you enjoy from a, what I'm trying to do is to determine if you're raising the front of your shorts or what's going on with that.
And well, see, these things are, to a parent who's not doing anything, it's going to be insulting.
Well, to a parent's not doing anything, we ask them to just bear with it, and we'll tip our cap and be on our way. If you're not doing anything, if you're just putting lotion on your child, if you're just changing their bathing suit, if you're just changing out their diaper and you're not getting some kind of a kick, you're not getting your cookies or your jollies, I've got to tip of the cap and be on my way. If I find out you're trying to get your cookies, then we've got a situation.
All right, 1-800-449-8686. So for individuals in the park, recreation, beach areas, changing a child's diaper, putting lotion on a child's back, changing a child's wet bathing suit, watching a child walking around with a wet T-shirt on, it may be completely benign and it may be something that you do all the time. But the world we're living in today, there are individuals who may have a question or two for you. Are you getting some kind of a thrill out of this? Jay Santos of the Citizens Auxiliary Police is with us. I'm Phil Hendrie. Our number is 1-800-449-8686. We'll be right back.
The Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686.
We just want to take a peek over the shoulder of the police. That's all. Just a little peek. Kind of a peekaboo.
The Phil Hendrie Show is back. 1-800-449-8686.
I understand. All right, we're on with Jay Santos of the Citizens Auxiliary Police. You know, you're a volunteer police agency, and that means that you don't have the powers that the police have.
Well, we do, as I say, Phil, we do have the right to walk up to someone and say, I think anybody has the right to walk up to someone and say, you know, what are you doing? And why, you know, the person's rubbing down a baby with lotion. We all do it with a sunblock. I certainly understand that. I tip the cap and we're on our way. But what if, and I realize it might be a big if, what if that individual is doing that and getting some kind of a kick, getting his jollies? That's the thing I got to determine.
And so if you find out the cat is doing that to get his jollies,
at that time we've got a situation.
But being not being a police officer, you can't arrest.
We can detain. And that means that if he tries to get up and move away, he has to stay there. And then we'll just have to talk about it.
What are you going to do, call a real cop?
We might call a real police. And, you know, real police, we are real police, though. We're just volunteer. We're the Citizens Auxiliary Police. We are an auxiliary of the police. We may call the police, or if he wants to take it to the next level, that we may have to we may have to go up a notch. I might have to, you know, crank it up, maybe up to 3 or 4 on the dial. It's all up to him. We'll play it any way we want to play it.
All right, let me go over here to Ron. Ron, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, Ron.
Sir, you must live in California or the East Coast. Is that correct?
I live in the Beat Coast. Where's that? I'm sorry.
You must live on the West Coast or the East Coast.
No.
If you came to Indiana...
Actually, I do, but I thought I'd say no just to see. Are you kidding me, sir? Wait, hold on.
You
know where Ed Gein, the guy who they based the movie Psycho on, you know where he's from? Indiana.
No, he's not. He's from Wisconsin.
No, he's from Indiana.
But, sir, if you came to Indiana and walked up to anyone that I know, and especially me, I'm a 53-year-old and I got a 4-year-old granddaughter, and approached me when I was with my granddaughter, me and anyone else would, you could call the police to save you.
Are you rubbing the kid down?
What do you mean by rubbing the kid down?
Or are you applying lotion?
Are you absolutely an idiot?
Sir, I'm just trying to determine that during this summertime, you got some kind of a freak.
Anytime. I've got a 4-year-old granddaughter. If you came up to me and approached me and asked me if I was doing something wrong.
No, all I'm saying is this, Ron. I walk up to you.
You are anticipating that if someone is putting lotion or something, you're an idiot.
No, sir. I would simply ask you, are you getting your, is this some kind of...
No, you don't have the right. You don't have the right to ask me.
I don't know. I can certainly ask you, out of a sense of protection for the child, are you getting some kind of a thrill?
Well, what are you talking about, man? So you walk up to this guy and he's putting sun lotion on his granddaughter, and you say to him, are you getting some kind of a thrill?
That is the most direct way to find out.
In Indiana, you get arrested for asking someone if they're getting a thrill putting lotion on a 4-year-old.
You do not.
You're the one.
Cite me the law. Cite me the law, sir. All I'm going to do is ask you if you're getting a riser out of that.
Sir,
are you getting a riser on it?
You live in San Francisco.
Jesus H, get a new cell phone. Let's have a conversation. Look at that.
Well, forget about his cell phone. You hear what he's saying?
Phil, I'm walking up to an individual. You know, if we had more people who did this, you know, all kind of pervs out there. I remember Citizens Auxiliary Police. I see some of these pervs, and who knows what they're doing. If I walk up to a guy, and he's changing a kid's diaper in a car, and I have reason to believe that he's getting some kind of a riser out of the deal, which is technically, police officer has the right to, if he has a probable cause, you know that.
Wait. If a felony is being committed, a police officer has, and I know because I saw the movie Gauntlet, Clint Eastwood articulates this in the movie.
No, Phil, this isn't the movies. This is real life.
No, I understand, but you're not a cop
I am a member of the Citizens Auxiliary Police. We have the blue armband, which indicates that we do have on a uniform. And I can say to an individual who's throwing some lotion on a baby's bottom, and I don't see why everybody's coming down on me about this, say, I just want to ask you a very quick question, ma'am. It could be a young mother. Is this some kind of a thrill you're getting? That's all I'm asking.
Well, how about if you just ask the woman what she's doing?
Well, it's evident what she's doing. Phil, the reason why we have to be direct, you can find out if they're lying that way. You find out very quickly they're lying. Because if you ask them a very shocking question very quickly, you'll find out whether or not they're lying. And if you find out they're lying, then you can find out if they're getting their cookies. But that, one follows the other.
All right, let me go over to Keith. Keith, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Yeah, I don't know where this guy gets off talking like this. You walk up to anybody, okay, well, we're just going to come up here and just ask nice questions. Those are not nice questions to ask anybody.
Sir, how do we protect the children that we're losing every day? I don't know if you've been reading a newspaper, but we've just lost more children this past week than any week I can remember. Some kind of sick perverts, and a lot of these people are parents. They're parents that are going out, they're killing a kid, getting their cookies, changing diapers and whatnot.
Wait a minute. You just went from murder to changing diapers. I didn't see anything in any of these news stories over the past couple of weeks indicating some kind of that sort of leap.
Well, I'm simply saying to this gentleman, anybody who's interested in the safety and the well-being of children, I say it's a small price to pay to walk up to someone who's rubbing down a kid.
Okay, but how... Okay, exactly how do we know that the person who's walking up and asking these questions isn't a pervert coming over to get cookies watching you put lotion on?
Well, you know what? Then I guess you have the right to ask me that question. But in the meantime, guess who's being protected? The child. But if I got some perv who gets his rocks off smelling dirty diapers, or I got some sick you-know-what,
You've gone from putting lotion on to kids being killed. You've got no basis in fact on this. And as an auxiliary policeman, if you walked up and asked me that and I took offense, then you would be told to leave. And if I didn't like it and you called the cops on me, then you guys would be getting sued. It's really simple. You'll be looking at lawsuits.
I'm looking out for the kid. The more I talk to you, the more I wonder why you're feeling so strongly about this. Okay.
Wait a minute. The guy doesn't want to be questioned by people. Are you a father, Keith?
Yes, I am. I've got 3 children.
All right, so here's a man who wants to change the diaper or the swimsuit on his kid at the beach. Some guys walk up and say, "You getting a cheap thrill." That's almost like fighting words in a way.
Oh, it would be for me. I was.
Wait. I just want to be very clear. I want to be clear. Did the host just say so? In other words, Phil, you're saying you would physically assault me?
I'm not saying that I would necessarily do that. I'd tell you to get lost.
And at that time, we'd have a situation.
What do you mean by a situation?
I want to determine. Are you some kind of a perv? Gets the rocks off looking at the corner of the diaper. I'm sorry?
Does he have a degree in psychology? He can tell by somebody's mannerisms or body language who's a pervert and who's not?
Well, I can tell you that people get nervous when you ask that question. Boy, there's a little tip-off right there.
Well, everybody's going to get offended when you ask that question.
I didn't say offended. I didn't say offended. I mean, they break out a little bit of a sweat, and they kind of have a nervous, grin, You say to someone, you get a little bit of a rock off there, looking at that corner in that diaper, what's up with that? No, it's like that. Now you got yourself a perv.
No, you don't, man. You got somebody who is utterly flabbergasted.
No, you're gonna have very angry parents, and the first one you try to arrest for something like that because they're pervert.
We're not going to arrest them. We just detain. That's all we do.
Well, you said you're going to detain them and call the police, and that's false imprisonment. So you try to arrest them.
We might detain and call the police, and we might just have a discussion.
Well, what are you going to talk about?
I want to find out, A, you get your rocks off, smell on a dirty diaper. B, you getting your kick, sticking your nose in a baby hamper. C, you going to keep doing it? What's going on? We can play it any way they want.
Well, what is that? What are you, the Gestapo?
Phil, I'm talking about the safety of kids. I'm shocked that you and this gentleman would not hear me out on this.
All right, let's go to Tracy. Tracy, go ahead.
However,
hello?
I think if you have this much help on your side, this much support, you should aim the support at where the victims are really being victimized.
Hey, ma'am, Tracy?
And it's not in public places. Hello, they just found a little girl. What was it?
When did she start talking?
Under a pile of rocks? Come on.
Lady, you weren't on the air when you were saying all of that. Can you hold on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you were on hold, so you were just talking to yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I have a good point.
You've just embarrassed yourself, though, in front of a lot of people because they went to you, and you were just going on, and they thought from there they had some kind of retard. I know you're probably a very bright lady, but you sound like a retard. That's all. Just hold on the line. I'm Jay Santos.
Do it. It's my show. It's the Phil Hendrie Show.
Sorry.
The Phil Hendrie Show. 1-800-449-8686. Hey, Jack Ball. It's entertainment.
The Phil Hendrie Show is back. 1-800-449-8686.
That's not the way to do it, though.
No, I'm telling you.
That's not the way to walk up to people like that.
Well, all over America, this coming summer, you're going to have parents who are going to be putting lotion, sunblock lotion on their children. They'll be changing diapers out. They'll put on brand new bathing suit or what have you. You're going to have parents who are taking their children to the showers. I'm sure you've seen these showers. They're all American beaches. These things that these parents do are things that parents must do for a child. It's also a pervert's wildest dream come true to be able to do these things.
All right, so the pervert would love to change a diaper or whatever.
So why not start at the very place where it's happening? I see a diaper getting changed. I don't think there's a mother changing a diaper. I think, okay, right there, we've got a pervert's playground. I got to go over there, check it out, because that's my job as law enforcement. If I see someone standing in a shower with a kid, you may think, oh, it's a parent showering with a child. My thought, if that guy's getting his cookies, I got to check it out. And these are all...
What do you know, I tell you something right now, you shouldn't use the term get your cookies, because that's just so crude.
Phil, I'm a police officer. I don't know.
You're a volunteer police officer.
I'm on the front line of law enforcement. I'm just trying. I'm not a very well-spoken man. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple, hard-working man. Get your cookie, Jolly Time. You call it what you want. Jolly Time, popcorn, whatever you want to call it. This kind of thing I got to look at.
All right, let's go over to Tracy. Tracy, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show. Go ahead.
Hi. I just want to, I appreciate your efforts, but most pedophiles, if you're trained, they do not take their victims out in public, number one. Number two, you can watch someone from a distance and realize as they're getting their so-called cookies off. I mean, if they're showering their child to get an erection, they're obviously getting their cookies off. But with all these efforts, most pedophiles victimize their predators and their prey in private places, and they dump them. So it's all the support and that you have. It seems like you would focus on a more...
Well, these are areas that we don't look at. All these other areas you're talking about are traditional areas police are already looking at. We're looking at other areas.
It's pretty freaking much proved itself.
Well, ma'am, I don't think so, because you still got kids getting killed, molested. Ooh, got you on that one, didn't I? Didn't think about that, did you?
No, they're not getting killed unless they're on the beach. Hello, they're being found in dumpsters in Riviera Beach, in Tampa, in inland areas, not on the beach.
Ma'am, it is a small step from rubbing sunblock on a kid's back to taking a meat axe to him. And
I do not agree.
You got to be kidding me.
I rubbed my daughter with suntan lotion, floater on the thing. My daughter was
and I'm sure you love your daughter very much.
Clung to me to take a shower.
I'm sure you love your daughter very much. But if I see you at the beach, you're putting on lotion, I walk up to you, and I'm simply going to say, hello, my
So why don't you focus these efforts at
because, ma'am, they haven't helped. They haven't helped. They're not saving kids' lives.
Well,
we're trying to save the kids' lives.
Helping on the beach. They ain't dying on the beach.
Well, ma'am, they may be getting picked up on the beach, and a lot of these people,
well, then
might be getting their cookies out there.
If you're taking your time to rub sanitization lotion on your child,
and ma'am, I would say, what's wrong with me walking up to you and simply saying, you getting some kind of a kick out of that, or is that a legitimate
Do you think I would admit it if I was?
Well, I can tell by your answer. No, I'm not. It's not what you say. It's not what you say.
Shower with his child.
It's not what you say. It's how you say it. So if I say to you, "Oh, you're rubbing some lotion on that kid's bottom," is that some kind of a kick? Then I look at your body response, your respiration.
So you're all of a sudden a total judgment of character.
No, it's not character, ma'am. It's truth.
I totally disagree. I agree with your efforts. I think they're commendable, but I think they're focused in the wrong area totally.
Well, ma'am, I have to say, I don't think calling up and talking to me about a beach when you don't even live near one.
I lived there for 3 years.
Well, 3 whole years. I lived near a beach my whole life, okay? So I think I know a little bit more about beaches. I think I know a little bit more about... And this is a beach that just waves.
I commend you on your efforts, but with all the support you have, I think you should focus it in the right place.
All right, can I say one more thing to you then?
Not the right place.
Can I say just one more thing to you then, Tracy? Saying that you commend me for my efforts, but is like saying thank you very much for helping me across the street, and then kicking me square in my gonads with a steel-toed boot.
Because I don't need help across the street, honey.
Well, it's like saying thanks a lot.
I'm coming home at 12 o'clock at night from my job.
Well, it's like saying thanks a lot, and then you kick me right in the groin.
Well, what do you mean kicking in the groin?
Your efforts should be focused elsewhere.
See, that's what I mean.
That's
so
all I have to say.
Your thank you's meaningless.
Thank you for letting me have time.
I'm hurt. Well, I'm very hurt by the fact you can't be honest. Liar.
What do you mean kick you in the... Excuse me, I just belched up Chinese food and Mark is grossed out. What do you mean kick you in the groin with a steel-toed boot?
Well, when you say thank you very much, but what's the point of saying thank you? Thank you very much for what you're doing, but you should be doing something that the police are doing, and what the police are doing is not saving lives. All I'm saying is I see a guy taking a shower with a kid. I'm going to walk over to that guy and say, so you're having a shower with a kid, huh? Well, now, isn't that a lot of fun? And
if you're being a smartass about it, people are going to get upset.
Well, Phil, it's the only way to get the truth out of a lot of these people.
Let's go over to Bruce. Bruce, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
What this man's saying sounds so ridiculous on so many levels, I don't know where to start other than to say he only reminds me of Barney Fife writing a ticket to a guy crossing the street. I'd like to question him on his training, on his judgment. I could see him asking a pervert, are you rubbing that child and getting your cookies off? And the guy saying, oh, no, sir, I'm not. I'm fine. And suspended and assaulted. And then he's trying to run that guy in. I mean, it's all a judgment call. It's all ridiculous.
Rapid rate of
I think that you're a cop, that wannabe cop. I think that the real police wouldn't take you. I think you've got serious psychological problems.
We could be in the real police, sir. We didn't like the politics. This is so typical of a lot of people. I could be a detective right now in the LAPD.
I'll bet you tried to get in to be a real policeman, and I'll bet they didn't take you. I think you got a lot of problems.
What do you mean by real policeman, sir? We have the right to detain.
You're not the real police. You're a wannabe. It's so obvious to the whole country. You are a wannabe.
Wait.
And you have no jurisdiction to do anything, and I can see letting the bad guy go and trying to run the good guy in.
Well, now that
you're a very mixed-up individual.
Now you're judging me. I could ask you.
What are you hiding? For about 15 minutes. That's all I need. What is your training? What is your training?
What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
What is your training?
What are you hiding?
What is your training?
This goes both ways.
Wait a minute.
Tell me what your training is.
Jay, you're the guest on the show. The man's asking a question.
Sir, I was trained by Major Elvis Newton through the training program.
The what?
Through the training program, Major Elvis Newton.
What is that?
It is the training program of Citizens Auxiliary Police through Major Elvis Newton, who is our co-commander.
I mean, as far as identifying perverts and child molesters and what you're supposed to do and how you react to this, absolutely have no training.
I mean, the police aren't doing the job of protecting these kids, are they? We've just had another batch of kids got all molested up and then taken out and dumped. So
I think you're the kind of guy, if a pervert showed you a little bit of respect, you'd tip your hat and walk away. If somebody got offended by what you're doing, you'd probably be ready to run the guy in.
I'm simply saying that I'm looking at the response of a guy like you who's showering with a kid.
Well, it might be his son.
Sir, I got 5 wonderful, beautiful children who are just brought up wonderfully by myself and my mother. You have no idea who you're talking to. I'm worried about you. I think the accusations and the kind of language you're using on this show, I'm worried about you.
I'll tell you something right now. Most of these children are molested. Most of these children are molested by their own parents.
Serious problems.
These kids are their own parents are getting their cookies.
Will you stop it with the cookie thing?
Well, I'm telling this guy.
Sick. That's all I got to say. It's a sick man that's on the radio with you.
Hey, I'm not sick. It's the guy that's getting his jollies. He's sick.
All right. 1-800-449-8686. Jollies, cookies. This is not helping you further your point as a serious member of law enforcement.
Phil, I'm not a well-spoken man. I was raised rough, sure. Other side of the tracks. My daddy taught me how to be honest. Got married, had a son, went to work for Johnson Beverage Company. I did security for them for 3-4 years. Went to work over here to Montclair Mall. Now I formed Citizens Auxiliary Police with one thought in mind: try to protect the streets and neighborhoods of America. I'll tell you right now, I see some guy wiping down a kid with sunblock, rubbing up on him.
Well, the way you even put it, man.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to find out whether that guy's got a riser or whether...
All right, just hold on for a minute. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show.
The Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686. Born again. The Phil Hendrie Show is back. 1-800-449-8686.
How do I know what?
How do you know that lady that's changing a diaper on a baby out there in a park? Lady changing a diaper on baby out beach? How do you know she's not trying to get a quick peek?
Boy, I tell you, to think that way.
Phil, look around you. Look at the world we live in. You're asking me why I think the way I do, and you read the same headlines I do. You see the same news stories I do. I'm more shocked at the response from the... I'm going to be honest with you. When I came on your program tonight, I really anticipated a much more intelligent audience than the one you got. Because I've been talking...
Wait a minute. You're talking to people who are...
No. Hold on for a minute. You've been doing all the talking. Let me get a word in. I've been listening to one person after the next on your program tonight demonstrating some of the stupidest stupidity. And another thing, they're talking about how there's no perverts. Dan, you ought to walk the mean streets I do.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for now. But I'm looking for people to take me serious, as opposed to pretending like this terrible crime doesn't exist. I see some guy taking a shower with a kid. I see some guy changing out a kid's baby diaper. My antenna goes up. Some guy getting his happies off. I'm looking at Jay Leno on TV right now. He always got that grin on his face, like he just, he wants to touch somebody. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let me go over to Steve. Steve, go ahead. You're on the Phil Hendrie Show. Steve?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir.
How dare you, sir, going to everyone else thinking, I'm checking to see what's going on in a certain type of area. Let me tell you something. As a son of a late police officer, basically it is a felony to basically impersonate a police officer.
Okay? I'm not impersonating a police officer. I am a police officer.
Are.
No, I'm not. I am police officer.
Are, sir.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
Citizens Auxiliary Police.
It doesn't even make sense, sir. You're basically a police officer, or you're not.
Well, I'll tell you, for the son of a police officer, you got to get up on the law a little bit better.
Excuse me, sir? Okay, let me tell you this. You were mentioning earlier that you wanted to, be a police officer, but you couldn't. Why aren't you?
No, I didn't say I couldn't. I said I didn't want to because I didn't want to be involved in the politics. So your dad was one of these guys, God rest his soul, didn't mind getting pushed around. Me, I don't get pushed around. See?
Okay, then
all right, Steve. Thank you very much. Here is Myra. Myra on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I'm also, my mom and dad both were police officers, and I know the way this man is going to go about seeing if somebody's molesting a child is not the right way. Because most pedophiles and child molesters don't do it out in the open where there are witnesses.
Well, a lot of them do. A lot of them like to do the diaper thing.
No, they don't. A lot of them don't.
Some of them are sick. They want to do a diaper deal, that kind of thing.
No, it sounds like you're the one that's sick because you're the one that's going out about it the wrong way.
Interesting. I think a lot of people who are calling tonight are probably pedophiles because I find they're turning it around on me. I'm out here trying to protect the kids.
You're not protecting the kids. All you're going to do is open up a can of worms that don't need to be opened up.
Oh, what's the matter? You don't want that can of worms?
You stand back and watch.
But you just want to hide there in the car, getting your cookies?
I don't hide nowhere.
Well, then what's wrong?
Three children and 5 grandchildren, and I'm all for protecting the children too. But the way you're going to go about it, it's not the right way.
Well,
you're not going to catch a child molester that way.
Well, the cops are doing such a great job, aren't they? We got more kids getting touched up and filled up and all that stuff now than ever before.
Well, you know what? It's
those
right
cops
out in the park in the public eye.
Really doing a great job, those cops. What I do is I stop it where it begins.
You're not going to stop anything.
Somebody getting their kicks, looking at it, getting a peek.
You are not going to stop anything.
What do you mean getting a peek? Are you talking about changing a diaper?
Phil, this lady, just because her daddy came home every night and hung his nightstick up on the bedstand, she thinks she knows all about cops.
This guy's an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
I tell you what,
are you a police officer?
Auxiliary police.
Are you a police officer?
No, I'm not a police officer. My parents were.
Okay, so that leaves them out of it, but I'm asking you.
No,
so you don't know.
No, I went through a lot of their training with them.
What do you mean you went through a lot of their training with them? What, did they use you for target practice? That's a little joke.
No.
Well, it sounds like they might have used you as, use their PR-24.
They were good people. They were good citizens. Not something like
bad they didn't pass it on to you.
Go around causing problems for other people.
Yeah,
the way you go about your...
Right, Myra. I know you'd rather just hide there in the car as you're getting your cookies.
Whatever, dude. You're the one that's sick. You really are sick.
Well, ma'am, as long as I'm not...
And I tell you what, the first pair you approach with that crap that you're going to approach them with, I hope to knock your block off, buddy. Because you're the one that needs it.
I like that
You're
low,
an idiot.
alto, sexy dyke voice of yours. Want to have coffee?
An idiot.
All right, get out of it. Want to have coffee. Phil Hendrie Show.
1-800-449-8686. The Phil Hendrie Show is back.
Got one more call here for Jay Santos, Citizens Auxiliary Police. This is Brian. Go ahead, Brian. Brian? Yeah, go ahead, sir. You're on. Jay, are you there?
I'm here, Phil.
Yeah, I'm calling. I'm actually an officer in Chica, and I'm listening to his approach as far as catching pedophiles, and that's not the way we would do it.
Well, I mean,
we would build rapport, and then we would try and get the guy to open up. You come out blunt like that, no one's going to talk to you.
Well, you see these people changing diapers. What do? What is your approach when you see a diaper changer?
That's called a poopy diaper. It needs to be changed, or we'll have a rash.
All right. So, in other words, you're making a big joke out of it. Is that it?
No, it's called a sink child if you don't take care of your child properly, which involves changing the diaper.
You know something? You may be a cop, but have you got this? Have you got a theme?
I got 4 kids.
No. Do you have a theme song?
What do you mean, does he have a theme song?
Oh, I do.
Well, that's the guy's response to try and rebut and make me look like a joke. So, I mean, I understand. He is actually a citizen.
Baloney.
1-800-449-8686. The world-famous Phil Hendrie Show.
What the hell do you think you want?
KFI 640, more stimulating talk radio. Let me get, what line is he on? Because I want to talk to him, and I understand he's in the hospital, too. Harvey Wyman is an attorney and has talked to us about legal matters in the program. Harvey, you there?
Yes, right here.
What happened?
Well, I don't know if you want to know what happened to me. I was involved in an incident today at the Glendale Gallery. I was going over to the Pottery Barn to pick up an order that I'd placed over there. And I was walking through the parking lot, and I've had a bad knee for a long time, so I don't walk very fast.
Right.
So this guy pulls in behind me and starts honking his horn and telling me to get the hell out of the way. And I turned around and I look at this son of a bitch. I said, "Are you honking your horn at me?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, you know something? I'm not going to move." And he said, "Well, you better move." And he made some expletive remarks.
Yeah?
What are you laughing about?
Well, all I know is you're in the hospital. This is the result of this?
Listen to me. Okay?
All right.
So I walked up to this guy, and I said, "Are you going to move me?" And he said, "Yeah." And I reached in to grab the keys to his car because I wanted to talk to him, and he takes off. This is how scared this asshole was, and he took off and dragged me about 15, 20 feet. And I'm bouncing along the pavement. I got a bruised shoulder and a couple of cracked ribs out of the thing.
Good God.
You got it. So I've been very upset the last few days. I'm listening to this bull crap that you're doing today. I got to tell you something, Phil. I'm laying in a hospital bed, and I'm trying to listen to your program for some enjoyment. And I have to tell you, and you know that I like you, but your program tonight, I don't think you have sucked more than you are.
Well, what? I mean,
this bull crap you're doing with the people giving a speech like the president. You know something? The one thing I think people listen to your program for is to hear an intelligent use of the callers to talk radio. And right now you're giving these jag-offs the opportunity to really drag your program down.
I want to hear how people would act if they were the president.
I heard what you said, and you're not going to, you can't get out of these people something that they can't give you. They're not going to be entertaining. Jesus Christ, you suck lower than Death Valley. And when I turn on your program...
Well, why don't you hang out with me? You can listen to these people.
I don't want to listen to them. I want to listen to you. And now you're letting them do what? Give a goddamn speech like the president?
I want the idea was that if they think that he did a bad job in January not telling the truth, how would they have gone on and told the truth?
Yeah, I heard that, and I've been listening to these people, and it's unbelievably bad. It's unbelievably bad. I'm on a goddamn, I'm on a drip right now because they're feeding me intravenously, and you want me to help you judge or something? What are you talking about?
What, did they get you on an IV?
Yeah. For Christ's sake.
Well, let me take a call and test it on KFI AM 640. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, and now the President of the United States.
Hello.
Oh, God.
Hello, are you there?
Go ahead, ma'am, yeah. Now the President of the United States.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to apologize for my morality, as others have done. If I owe an apology, it's going to be for something that...
Wait a minute, hold on. What's the matter?
God, I'm in pain.
Go ahead, ma'am. Now the President of the United States.
If I owe an apology, it's going to be for something that pertains to the country. In the past, all presidents have lied. Only one apologized, however, for his morality. So ask yourself, do I want the Pope for president, or do I want a president who can run this country?
My bowels are not right.
Who are you talking to?
I'm sorry, what?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the night nurse here. I have had a... Can you hold on for a minute, Phil?
Yeah, ma'am?
Yeah.
You there? Hold on.
Okay.
I have had loose bowels for the... That's all I'm saying, yes. Can you get me something to eat?
I don't need to hear this, all right? So say that again, ma'am. The President of the United States.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to apologize for my morality as others have done. If I owe you an apology, it's going to be for something that pertains to our country. In the past, all of our presidents have lied. However, one only apologized for his morality. So ask yourself if we want a Pope for president, or do we want a president who can run our country?
Yeah, she's doing. Go ahead.
That's it. That's all I have.
You know what? I love that.
Man, another black man. What did she do?
She's talking about how she was talking about, do you want the Pope or do you want a real guy?
Right.
Make her do it again.
I don't remember ever voting for the president. I don't remember ever voting for the president and having morality come up as a question on the ballot.
I'll do it again because I was talking to the night nurse. I've had very, very difficulty. I've had some difficulty with my bowel movement. And what I'd like to get out of this goddamn hospital is something other than pudding for dinner because I need something to firm it up. And that's all I'm trying to say to her.
All right, talk to the nurse off the air, and I think I can paraphrase what the lady said. You have elected a man, not the Pope.
That's right.
Well, that's a very good point, but ma'am, this is Harvey Werman. I'm an attorney.
Yes.
Do you really think that the jagoffs that are listening to you right now get that concept?
Well, I don't understand why they don't get that. And nobody has mentioned that anything about we voted for the president because of his morals. I mean, if we're going to vote for a president because of their morals, we wouldn't have voted for any of them in the past.
Right. Well, you know, I knew a man. I thought he was a hell of a guy. Harry Truman. When he was president of the United States, he was a son of a... He had great morals. Wonderful morals. He incinerated 60,000 Japanese with one bomb. That's the kind of morality.
Yeah, you're a funny man.
I don't want a president that has high morals, but yet screws up our country. I mean, what is that? We want somebody with morals. We go to church.
I need wheat, rice, and some grains of some kind.
Okay, thank you very much for your call. Very good. If you don't want me to bother you...
No, I called your program because I've been listening to just the worst radio I've ever heard. But when I've had a problem the last 2 days, and I'm telling the nurse this because I've been in the hospital since 6 o'clock tonight.
When did this happen, this evening?
Yeah, it happened out at the Galleria. Do you have trail mix? Anything that can firm it up? Because it's coming out like pudding. Yeah.
Okay, Harvey, I can hear everything you're talking about.
Well, then put me on goddamn hold or something.
1-800-5201-KFI, Orange County, 5201-KFI in LA County. All right, well, we're asking for you, and I think the last lady put it very well. How would you address the American people were you the president back in January of 1998, so none of this garbage would happen, so that you'd still have your job, you wouldn't be being put through this, and things would be beautiful, but you had the affair. So you got to explain this in a presidential, honest, forthright, and political way. It's a very difficult line to walk. Oh. It's a very difficult line to walk. 1-800-5201-KFI Orange County and 5201-KFI in LA County. Phil Hendrie. I'm joined by attorney Harvey Wireman, who we found out it was hospitalized earlier this evening. After getting into an altercation with someone in the parking lot of the Glendale Galleria, he was on his way to the Pottery Barn. And apparently you got into a verbal confrontation with a guy?
Yeah, the guy told me to get out of the way because...
You were walking?
I was walking in the parking lot, yeah, and I turned around and I said, who's going to move me? And
so you got confrontational with him?
Well, the guy was being confrontational with me. You know.
But you said, who's going to move me, so naturally he's going to get heavy with you, right?
Well, he didn't get heavy with me. I went back to grab the keys out of his car. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
I grabbed the keys out of his car, and he took off and dragged me for 20 feet.
Well, how did he drag you?
Well, think about it. I was holding onto the goddamn door. And so I was bouncing all over the pavement.
How did you get loose?
I let go of the door and I fell and I bruised my shoulder and I cracked a couple of ribs. And I get to the hospital and I said to the night nurse here, if you got a radio, put it on KFI, put it on 640. And she does, and I'm listening to your show, and the last hour I can't believe how bad your program is tonight. It just sucks. With all of these people talking about this, they're the President of the United States.
Well, I'm committed to it now, okay? And if you don't like it, pal, don't listen to it, all right? And you're sitting there talking about your abnormal bowel movements.
I was talking to the night nurse. I didn't know I was on the air.
Well, consider that you're on the air as long as you're calling in, and let me get on with these people, all right?
Yeah, get on with your bad show, Phil.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your lousy radio show. Jesus, does it suck.
All right, let me go to, well, I happen to enjoy it, okay? Here's Sunland on KFI AM 640. Hello?
Yes, hello.
And now,
this is President Jackoff.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Who's this, President Jackoff?
Yes. Ask yourselves, American people, do you want a president who can't get laid? Because once you can't get laid, once you no longer have that desire, you have lost part of your humanity. Something has been amputated, a part of what we call the human experience. Religious freedom is an oxymoron that, frankly, I should have shrunk from and made more of a stand about many years ago. Yes, I did inhale. I've inhaled heartily and often. And I believe that this religious freedom is another form of enslavement. So please, do not put another, do not brand me with a branding iron of religious morality, which is just some sort of an abstract idea. When you don't know how to lead your own life, you try to hang your actions upon. I believe that if you choose to enslave yourselves by some ancient religious clause, well, I guess you have every right to. However, I myself as the president, who, to whom a small affair is nothing but a fly speck upon my administration, I guess I did not put enough import on it. I did not pay off the right people.
What is the president a black woman?
Let her finish, okay?
And in conclusion, I would like to declare sexual freedom.
Can I be a member of the press, Bill?
Let her finish, and you can be a member of the press.
Okay, great. Go ahead, finish, Mr. President.
And by the way, I come here, well, not to bury my Caesar, but to raise him. Well, that was it.
Hey, Mr. President, I have a question for you. My name's Harvey Wireman. How are you?
Oh, just fine. I hope you feel better. I think you can get some free tea.
When did you start to suck? Was it just earlier this evening or when we elected you in 1992? The worst goddamn speech I ever heard in my life.
Well, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, I want to answer the question.
There was a van in my freshman year at UCLA.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, and you're the guy talking to the night nurse about how you need more fiber in your diet because it's coming out like pudding. Thank you, ma'am.
Certainly.
And by the way,
I'm saying it as a black man.
All right, 1-800-5201-KFI. You're welcome. I can't hang up on her. 1-800.
Can't hang up on me, can you?
No, I'd love to. 1-800-5201-KFI in Orange County.
What is the purpose of this exercise?
I want to hear how they would have done it better.
Yeah, but it's idiotic. And they don't sound, did you say they got to sound presidential?
Yes, they should be political and presidential and hold on to their job.
What is that supposed to mean? What does that mean?
Can I ask you what you know about radio?
What?
What do you know about doing radio?
What do I know about doing radio? I don't know a goddamn thing about it.
That's right. So why don't you let me do the show here?
I don't know a goddamn thing about it, but I know something about listening to it, and I know when it's sucking. I know when I flip the radio on, and I listen to a guy.
I got 25 years in the business.
I got 78 years of living, okay? And I know your 25 years doesn't mean crap. And I know when I turn the radio on, and I hear a guy's show sucking like it's never sucked before, I'm going to call him up and tell him. Okay?
What sucks about it?
It's bullcrap you're doing. You know, you got me so goddamn upset.
Get a glass of water.
Right, give me some water, will you, nurse?
Get him some water. Well, if you got the radio on, get him some water.
Christ, I'm losing my bowels again.
All right, I'm going to go to Santa Monica on KFI AM 640. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. And now the President of the United States.
Yes, I support him. My name is Christine, and I think this is a...
So when you come on, you're going to say, hi, I'm President Christine?
No, I said I support the President.
No, I want you to give me the speech the way you...
Okay.
Now the President of the United States. Go ahead.
Okay, it's me, the President of the United States, and... I did commit this. I did let Monica do whatever she did, but it's really not your concern because it's a private matter. And look at yourself now, where you are in this country today, and look at the economy and judge for yourselves. I mean, do you still want me as president, or do you want to impeach me? I'm just saying, judge for yourselves. Europe is laughing at us. My parents in Germany, they're laughing. I have friends in France, they're laughing because this is so ridiculous that the American people are so concerned with morality and...
Mr. President, can I say something here?
Yes, say something.
Since when does the President of the United States say, hi, it's the President here?
Oh, please, don't start with that. Don't start with that. Come on, I'm just a caller. I'm just trying to...
You're supposed to be the President.
Excuse me, I do...
Somebody are all bummed out.
You know what? Okay, you're in the hospital, right?
Yes, ma'am, I'm in the hospital.
Well, I was in the hospital 2 weeks ago, and then before that I was in the hospital again. And you know what? 25 years old, and I'm awaiting a liver transplant, but am I saying that? I mean, is that an excuse for me to feel this way? No. This doesn't concern anyone. I mean, that's not an issue here. Why are you, proclaiming on the air, okay, I'm in the hospital, do you want us to feel sorry for you or what?
If you'd laid off the booze, you might not need a liver transplant.
Oh, please, no. I have a disease called primary sclerosing cholangitis, and it's nothing to do with booze or whatever, okay?
Mr. President, I just want to say, Mr. President, you don't use the word bummer when you're giving a speech, okay?
What did you say?
You said bummer in your speech.
Bummer? I did not.
Yes, you did.
No.
Let me tell you what you did, Phil.
What?
I'm listening to the President. He goes, hi, everybody. It's Christine, the President.
Come on. Okay, come on. I don't have the skills the President has, okay? I'm not that articulate. Maybe I'm not that I'm just saying that...
I'm the President. My
what? Okay, if it would mean... Then, hello,
yes.
I did this.
You did a good job. I think I heard what you wanted to say, ma'am.
Thank you.
You were sucking up to the caller.
She did a good job.
Thank you.
She says by her own admission she's not the President.
Hi, everybody. I'm the President. I need to know.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you're the President. Yeah, right.
That's what I've got.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay.
I'm saying that I'm in the hospital because
you're just bored, and that's why you're calling in to, raise hell or whatever, but really.
Do you know what happened to me today?
What?
Son of a bitch dragged me behind his car for 20 feet.
What?
I got dragged behind the car.
He did. He got into a fight with
He had a nightmare or something.
No, ma'am.
He got dragged behind the car at the Galleria. Okay, listen, thank you very much.
He's in the hospital.
Behind a Nissan Sentra for 20 feet.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christine.
Okay, she did a good job.
Where'd the President go? She done?
Yes.
She got impeached, I guess. Or maybe her liver gave out.
Oh, look it, man. We're trying to do something here that I think is an interesting, literate approach to the problem. That is role play. And
well, why don't you role play this, okay? I am sitting here listening to an abomination of a radio show. You used to have talent, you know that? You really did.
Go get the night nurse, man. Don't bum me out, all right? I'm going to be hanging up on an old man here. I'm going to be hanging an old man up. 1-800-5201-KFI Orange County, 5201-KFI in L.A. County.
You know, when you were in West Hollywood for Halloween, you sucked ever since.
Let's take a break. What'd you ask me?
What?
What did you ask me?
Who are those two assholes?
Tim and Neil.
Oh, all right. Well, I can listen to them. I hope they've got a show tonight, because you sure as hell haven't had one.
Yeah, you know what? Will you shut up, man? I'm trying to do this stuff, okay? Why don't you hang your phone up?
Why don't you let me be the president for a minute? Can I make a speech? Can I make a speech?
Go ahead.
Ladies, by the way, is that Tim and Neil? Are those the two gay guys?
No, that's the Carell guy.
Oh, that is... Sure, they sound like a couple of fruiters, don't they?
Tim and Neil, they're straight guys.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I did have sex with Miss Lewinsky because I am one horny son of a bitch. Thank you. And now blow it out your ass, all of you great American people. How about that one?
That's great. That's really classy.
And that should like it.
Oceanside on KFI AM 640. Hello.
Okay, why don't you rate me?
Oh, yeah, let me rate you.
Spooge demon. Right, so you think I suck?
Yeah, you suck. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, my fellow Americans, I had sex, I lied about it, and it's none of your goddamn business. God bless you, and God bless America.
Carell and Company, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, sir, very good. Let me give you a rating on that.
I'm saying it as a black man.
That was awesome. No, it was very good.
It sucked.
Yeah, you suck too.
But you hit some balls.
No, you were very good, sir, all right? Why are you so hostile, man? What is wrong with you?
I got dragged behind a goddamn car tonight, okay? Play that Spooge Demon thing, okay? Spooge Demon. Yeah, that's me.
All right, Fontana on KFI AM 640. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
And now the President of the United States.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The President of the United States speaking here. And I would resign, Harvey. I would resign. But the problem is I'm not real sure that Al Gore would give me a pardon.
Mr. President, how many drinks have you had tonight?
A couple.
Really?
What's it to you, Harvey? How much cheese did you eat?
Are you talking to me, Mr. President?
I certainly am, Harvey.
Why don't you put a little tonic in that gin?
How much cheese have you drinking? Hey, Harvey.
None of your business, Mr. President.
Have you heard that green tea or black tea can be helpful to your health?
Have you heard the one about the Spooge Demon?
Have you heard the one about the cheese can block up your diarrhea there?
Hey, Mr. President, bite my ass. How about
hey,
that?
Look,
come on, will you? You're the guy that's been talking about stuff.
Oh, you've been dragged by a car for how many yards? 22.
20 yards.
22.
We don't want to know about your loose phone.
What are you to talk, Harvey? You suck. You suck. This is a great program.
Oh, why don't you have yourself another cocktail?
Why don't you? Maybe, no, I wouldn't advise that. Actually, you need to eat a pound of cheese. Block up your diarrhea.
I'd like to take a pound.
You got a mouth.
You got a real mouth on you, don't you?
Oh, Harvey.
Real filthy mouth.
Harvey.
She's saying eat some cheese that'll block you up, okay?
Yeah. And some soda crackers. And I'll tell you what. I hate to think of what's going to go down in this.
Blow it out your ass.
Hey, look.
Okay, Mr. President.
I'm the president.
Yeah.
And you got enough stuff blown out of your ass.
Why don't you freaking drive a car fast, Mr. President? Do us all a favor.
John, you guys up there. You are Harvey, I don't know what
you need.
I got dragged behind a car. I'm pissed off.
For 20 feet.
That's right.
I've done the whole 9 yards as the president here. The whole 9 yards as the president.
You. Another cocktail, dear?
Harvey, how do you know?
Thank you.
What kind of cocktails are you talking about?
The ones that you've been swilling down for the last 6 hours.
Oh, no, Harvey. You don't know me. Who the hell are you to say who you know?
And who's that, Junior?
You don't know the president.
Junior to bite me, too.
Okay, listen.
Harvey, you don't know me. Who the hell are you to say who you know?
And who is that, Junior?
You don't know the president.
Junior to fight me, too.
Okay, listen.
Hey, Harvey,
Mr. President,
cheese and crackers.
lay off the martinis, Mr. President.
Why don't you go to sleep, all right?
I can't sleep for crying out loud. I'm up and down between here and the bathroom all night long. My bowels.
I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's my love tumbling down.
What?
I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour.
Spooge demon.
When there's no one else around. I'm gonna take you, girl, hold you. And do all the things I told you the midnight hour.
What?
Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
Here's a bomb.
What's the thing I just want to say?
Phil Hendrie.
Hi, everybody. This is Larry Grover, and I sleep on a cot on the service porch of my mother's home. I used to be a broadcast executive for a radio station in Bakersfield. Now, if that all sounds very bizarre, it's because I was created entirely by Phil Hendrie because he hates broadcast executives, I guess. That's the only way I can figure. Why else am I pulling it to Cosmopolitan Brazier ads? Now, not only was I created by Phil Hendrie, but Phil Hendrie's doing my voice right now. If you don't get it, just keep listening, and you probably still won't get it.
Well, the idea here is that there is still an energy crisis. Well, there's going to be an energy crisis. And this summer now, Arizona, did you hear this? Arizona is expecting 20-minute rolling blackouts. So other states besides California now starting to deal with this thing. The magazine is called Progress on the Move. The editor-in-chief is Herb Sewell. He joins us from Chicago this afternoon and this evening to tell us where this all started. Because that was my big question, Herb.
What?
Where did this start? With the energy plants not being built?
Well, the at-home use, Phil, was where it really began to, where we all began to feel the pinch.
Okay, so a lot of people using too much juice in an already overburdened grid.
In an already overburdened system. And you can pinpoint the beginnings, Phil, of the energy crisis in California and Arizona to just really a lot of the energy drain was the beginning there with a lot of women at home and a lot of time on their hands.
Well, what about business?
Well, the essential utilities for business, that's one thing, but with the improved economy, there were a lot more women at home. And the stay-at-home mom, quote-unquote, they wanted to have a baby. And they wanted to be home to raise it, so, or him or her or whatever they call it, so that what happened, I'll tell you what happened, air conditioners running all the time while she and it were having a nap. And
well, when you say she and it.
The child, I'm trying to be as specific as I can in terms of the overburdening of electricity in homes.
All right, she and it meaning she and her child.
She and the child, yes, having a nap, electric hair dryers, pool filter, running more often because the housewives at home with the kid in the pool, electric toothbrushes, electric hair curlers.
Is this the result of an economy that was doing well?
Oh, absolutely. Because of the strong economy, more stay-at-home moms, more husbands, not as much of a necessity.
I was going to say no more dual-income families.
Not as many. More and more housewives at home watching television. And all of the more and more housewives at home listening to CD players. The City of Angels soundtrack, You've Got Mail.
Why do you specify? I'm interested. You referred to the kid as it, and you referred to the women listening to You Got Mail. What? It almost sounds personal.
It was for me at a time in my life when I had a quote woman end quote in my life who was using a lot of this electricity, and it was a domestic problem for me. So at this juncture, I can see this more clearly. But when you have these stay-at-home mothers, the electric garage door is going up and down as they're coming home from the market with another bottle of vodka, or the electric can opener.
See, there you go again, with another bottle of vodka. Was this a wife of yours, or?
This is not really a personal thing for me, Phil. It does strike and resonate personally with me because I had a marriage that went in that direction, yes. And I can tell you when you come home and she says to you, we're pregnant, and this is something that women love to say to men, we're pregnant, you want to bury your head in your hands because you know you have a large utility bill.
All right, Herb Sewell with us from Progress on the Move. Stay-at-home women, stay-at-home mothers, using up a lot of juice. That has strained the electrical grid as we enter the summer months for both California, Arizona, all the other states that are now beginning to experience these problems, these so-called rolling blackouts. 1-800-449-8686 is the number here on the Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686. Electric toothbrushes, hair curlers, a pool filter going, electric hair dryers going, at-home CD players. You said the garage door going up and down as they're coming home from the market with another bottle of vodka.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. If we could eliminate the editorial comment, you know what I'm saying?
All right. But electric can opening, for instance, my wife, my ex-wife, another can of Sheba cat food, the microwave, because more and more of these housewives are cooking microwavable food for a husband, and the kid gets the good stuff.
So she's cooking the microwave is only for the husband's food because the kid gets what?
Well, the kid gets a Cornish game hen that is rotisserie, baked fish, but the microwave stuff you and I eat.
Well, speak for yourself, okay?
All right, I'll speak for the video games that the kid has got to have and the mother allows the child to play. More and more women, Phil, sitting at home, surfing the net, or getting into chat rooms while they're sipping another screwdriver. Let me tell you, Miss Henry, the memories are flooding back for me now of my third marriage. My wife did a lot of that.
Well, I'm beginning to gather that that's what it is. So it's a personal thing for you? Your wife was sitting, sipping a screwdriver, surfing the net?
You know, it's difficult for a man to understand another man when he's been through this, but I'm trying to make this personal for everyone.
Well, tell me, what happened? You're talking about your third marriage?
My third marriage, yes. My wife did a lot of that, sucking megawatt after megawatt. And there was nothing I could do about it. Do you know what it's like to come home to a woman parked on a sofa talking for hours on a cordless telephone? That takes electricity, my friend. And all the things I mentioned, if you could force every stay-at-home woman in America to go without these extravagances, the energy you would save would be enough to power the entire Earth. That means every home on Earth for a 3-year period.
My God. Well, all right, so...
That's right.
All right, what are the solutions?
Well, I think the men are the key. They can't allow their wives to stay at home and run appliances. When you leave the house in the morning, make sure they are leaving with you. They'll try and stay at home by having a baby, and if that is the case, cut them off sexually. Don't have sex with them.
Well, since when does the power industry, the electrical industry, begin to give advice on when to have sex? You know?
Well, that's the extent of the problem, see. Because the at-home use of electricity is what strains the grid. And so that...
All right, well, the at-home use of electricity strains the grid, but again, we keep going back to the initial problem that we were talking about, and that was the utility plants.
And that is a big problem, but right now I think we have to get through this summer.
All right, 1-800-449-8686. Here is Gina on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really concerned with the caller you just had. The way he refers to women as the problem of our utilities.
Yeah.
I definitely do not believe that's what the problem is.
Well, I'm not saying, Gina, that is the entire problem. I'm saying that is a significant percentage of the problem where we have a booming economy, a lot of stay-at-home women.
Do you believe there's stay-at-home men?
I do believe there are stay-at-home men.
Okay.
It was difficult for me to fathom that in my own life because I would come home, and I'm just speaking for myself now, and see my wife literally sucking megawatt after megawatt with the kid in the pool and all of the nonsense.
But you have completely insulted many, many women,
a lot of women
by the way you're referring to women.
Well, when you refer to her and it.
her and it. A child is a child. Maybe
child.
you don't have children in your life.
That is right. That is a child. And you're absolutely right, and I misspoke.
Okay, women take this very sensitive.
Well, what about the comment that the electric garage door is going up and down as they go to the market for another bottle of vodka?
It's no different than the man coming home from work that has to lift the garage door.
The man comes home from work once, and he leaves for work once.
Well, what about the men that come home for lunch?
Well, the wife is constantly leaving for another run to Liquor Barn.
But for you,
okay, here we go. No, but here we go again with you. The wife is running off to Liquor Barn. If your wife had a drinking problem,
I'm not even saying my wife had a drinking problem.
But you're referring to women as alcoholics running off to get vodka.
I'm saying that the stay-at-home women are utilizing the electricity in the home to the extent that it is pressuring the grid. From my own personal experience, yes, my wife would sit another Bloody Mary and surf the net. And
was your wife an alcoholic?
I wouldn't say that. It just frustrated. It bothered me that she was at home having fun, and I was at work starting up a magazine.
But that's something you chose to allow for her. Am I correct? You allowed that for her.
I had no choice. She had it. I mean, the kid.
What? She could not work? She could not take the child to daycare?
She taught me. She was able to manipulate me into thinking that she could not work. That is correct. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you definitely.
She manipulated me.
Well, look at what I've heard here so far is your wife was sitting at home, the garage door going up and down as she went out for another bottle of vodka. She's drinking screwdrivers, surfing the net.
I wish that was true. Well, I really wish that was true.
It was true in my life, Gina, and I'm not saying it's true in your life, Gina. I would never presuppose that. I don't know. I haven't heard from your husband, but I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you don't do that. But there are a lot of women who do.
What about the people that work at home and have in-home businesses?
Well, what about?
I mean, does that not concern you?
If my uncle had wheels and pedals, he'd be a bicycle. We're talking about reality.
Reality is the women are not the destruction of utilities.
Well, the reality is I edit Are you telling me my business now?
Well, apparently you're telling us what women do and do not do.
I'm telling you that we've been able to track the loss of megawatts and power from the grid by women sitting at home, constantly going in and out of the refrigerator, losing electricity from the freezer to get ice for their G&T.
Well, why can't you refer to people rather than women?
Yeah, what about all men?
Because it's not all. Now what's happening, Mr. Hendrie, is you're beginning to anger me, you and the caller.
Why are we angering you? I mean, you're simply... You're saying she's going into the refrigerator for another G&T. Yes. What is with the
I'm collecting my thoughts.
Do you have days off during the week ever?
I beg pardon?
Do you ever have days off during the week and go home?
Do I have? No, I do not. I don't know what world you live in, Gina, but I go to work in the morning and I come home in the evening. That means the garage door goes up twice, not 16 times as my wife is running off. The Tommy Burger.
I have a question for you. When
Fat
she
Burger,
is running off, excuse me, when she's running off for your family, for you. Am I correct?
No, she's not. Apparently you don't listen too good. She's off getting vodka at Liquor Barn.
All right, look. Thank you, Gina. A lot of broad statements.
Well, Mr. Hendrie,
Sorry, I apologize to the caller. Some people can't get it out. They can't spit it out with And these people, there's a self-importance about this guy. It's bugging me. All right, that's Herb Sewell. He's the editor of Progress on the Move. What kind of a name for a magazine is that? Progress on the Move. Oh, I got one here. Progress Standing Still. And he's talking about the #1 drain on utilities today, and the reason for rolling blackouts is because there are a lot of stay-at-home women using the utilities a lot, using the electricity in the house a lot, including the garage door going up and down, which I wouldn't maybe argue with him about if he hadn't said it's because it's going up and down for another run to Liquor Barn. All right, 1-800-449-8686. Phil Hendrie Show.
They say they want to work, but once they get a taste of staying at home, Phil, they enjoy it so much that they would prefer to stay at home.
Women who are staying at home with children.
That is correct. And once they're staying at home with the children, then they are using utilities, and I mean all the utilities. They're sitting in the attic looking at old pictures, inviting the pool boy in for lemonade. You mentioned a bingo party your wife had the other night. All of the card playing. And this adds up.
All right, well, if a woman's staying at home, how do you get her out of it? You said don't let her have another baby.
You absolutely must put your foot down and not allow these women to have more children, to give them the excuse to stay at home and run the utilities, whether it's just going into a room and turning the light switch on and off. Yeah.
What woman would go into a room and turn the light switch on and off?
I'll tell you, my wife was born in a very impoverished family, so the idea of electricity in the home was unique.
Well, did they have an outhouse? Was she from, in other words?
She was from a rural area. That is correct. And all of that.
You know, I got to tell you, your is starting to drive me out of my mind.
Well, I'll try to get to the point a little bit better.
That would be great. 1-800-449-8686. Let's go to Carolyn now. Carolyn, hi, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
was on my way home. I've never called your show before, but I couldn't stand it. I have never heard such absurdity in my life. Sir, you must have been treated by a mother, be put in a back room and never let out. I mean, your hate toward women, especially stay-at-home mothers, and especially children. I mean, you're part of that leftist group out there in California that, you know, I would take issue with you, sir. Instead of the stay-at-home moms you're blaming because you had terrible marriages, no wonder they all left you.
Well, I understand, Phil, the lady's anger.
Oh, very angry.
But killing the messenger for the message is not the answer. Now, can I ask you where you're calling from?
What does that make a difference?
Because
I'm calling from Atlanta.
My wife grew up in a rural area.
Well, I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, that's a major metropolitan. Well, it's larger than most areas.
Atlanta's a big city.
Well,
it's a big city.
All right, but my wife came from a rural area, and the idea of actually having a place in the house to go to the bathroom, for instance, was astounding. It was almost as if she'd learned about landing on the moon.
What has that got to do with anything, though, sir? You know, I heard you. I mean, please.
Yeah, that's very distracting. If you would stop doing that, Mr. Sewell.
My comment to you, sir, is that my daughter has 2 children. She's a stay-at-home mom. She worked and put her husband through medical school. She wants to stay home. She wants to stay home and raise her children. She does not drink. She doesn't run in and out, turning the things on and off.
Does she go in and turn light switches on and off because
I don't
she's
know
fascinated? I don't know if she has a rural background, is all I'm asking.
She was born in a major city.
All right, a major city. So what do you say?
I find that a lot of women from rural backgrounds will go into a room and turn the light switch on and off and go, holy God, you know, look at that.
Well, sir, you know what?
It's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life.
I was born in northern Mississippi. Guess what? My husband commends me because when I leave a room, I do turn the lights off.
But do you turn around and turn it back on again just to see how it works?
Of course not. What idiot would do
What do you mean? What idiot would do that, to turn around and see if the light switch goes back on again?
A fascination with the technology.
You know,
and northern Mississippi, that's stretching all limits of credulity. And you're telling me that the first time you squatted, it was over something porcelain?
Why would you?
How rude. This man, I'm telling you what.
You know something, Mr. Sewell, you got a magazine, and I understand that.
What was rude about that? I'm very curious.
The first time she squatted over something, it was porcelain.
Oh,
well, was it? Was it or was it wooden? Because that tells a lot.
That happens to be none of your business what my background is, but you know what? I'm telling you what, it's amazing that California and the leftists like you have not fallen into the sea with your idiocy.
I will tell you this. There is a very high incidence of stay-at-home women who go back and forth to the freezer getting ice. Can I ask you what that's for?
So you don't have any proof that they're putting it in vodka.
But why would they go back and forth getting ice?
For a cold drink.
Nobody drinks that much Diet Coke. No one drinks that much lemonade. Well,
I don't drink Diet Coke. I'm not part of the in crowd, sir. I drink water from the tap, sir. Does that bother you? I have never been so angry in a phone call in my life. He was the most insulting subhuman I have ever talked to.
I'm just simply asking. When you first wiped, was it the page from a...
Okay, that's...
Oh, sir.
What? This is a study between rural and
I'm going to interrupt him, Mr. Hendrie.
Go ahead.
There is an agenda here. There's an agenda to do away with children
I
because
suspect.
it's it.
I suspect that there is an agenda, an anti-family agenda,
That's
and
exactly
couching
right.
it in the energy crisis.
Oh, you think I'm a retard?
Hold on. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie. Herb Sewell is with me. He's the editor of Progress on the Move. The number one cause of the the strain on the grid for energy this summer in states like California, states like Arizona, stay-at-home women, stay-at-home moms. You had a story?
I did, Phil. A story from my third marriage. My wife, who was a stay-at-home mom because she had this kid that she said I was the father of.
Geez, what did she said I was the father of? There's a lot of bitterness here, okay?
I don't see that.
My wife, the stay-at-home mom, because she had this kid that she said I was the father of. Are you sure you're not going down this road because you've got a problem with your ex-wife?
May I finish my story?
Yeah, you can finish your story, but it just seems to me like you have a problem with her.
As I was saying, my wife would bring women over for these flower arranging parties and show them how the trash compactor worked by putting one ice house beer can in there and turning it on.
Sounded to me like you had a real simple-minded wife.
I beg pardon?
Sounded to me like you had a real simple-minded wife. She's saying, hey, watch how the trash compactor works. And
there's no doubt about that, but I had to put up with this for years. And we would run regularly $600 a month utility bills.
Well, that's out of this world. I mean, it's insane. Couldn't you educate her? Don't turn the lights on and off?
I would say to her, here's how the lights work. See? On. See the pretty light?
Well, it sounds like you probably condescended to this woman, and that's probably the thing that got her really angry. Here's Jeanette on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Good afternoon.
I would thank you, Mr. Henry, not to analyze my marriage.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes. Hello. Are you listening?
I'm listening to the lady. Yes.
Okay. Hi. I'm just calling to let you know that we stay-at-home moms do not sit in the pool all day drinking lemonade with ice, and we don't keep going to the ice maker and getting ice. Or
you speak for all stay-at-home moms?
Do you? You don't speak for all. How the heck do you know?
I am tracking at-home energy use and the energy that is coming from freezer doors being opened.
Oh, get off it. You know what? When I was working, I used a heck of a lot more electricity than I ever do now.
Because that was a business utility, Jeanette.
No. I'm talking about the at-home. You're talking about blow dryers and curling irons and all that.
I'm talking about blow dryers. And if I weren't more of a gentleman, I'd mention a few other electrically powered devices.
Oh, get off it.
Oh, come on. They're battery operated anyway.
Most of them are used with an AC wall outlet. And this is part and part. I'm not saying that all of the energy problems we have been caused by stay-at-home women who have this need to keep going back to Liquor Barn. And
that's the fifth time you've mentioned going back to Liquor Barn and the garage door going up and down.
I'm not saying it's all of them. I'm saying that it is exacerbated by these women.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's up with the
I'm trying to formulate a thought. It is an idiosyncrasy of my speech. I apologize.
Well, it seems extremely exaggerated. Here is Sonia on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello? Sonia?
Yes.
Hi, go ahead, Sonia.
Can I ask a question, Phil?
Yeah.
How many of these women that I'm speaking with are stay-at-home moms?
Well, let's ask Sonia. Are you a stay-at-home mom, Sonia?
Yes, I am a stay-at-home mom.
Okay. That's the second one, because Jeanette was too.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to make a comment that you're making blatant... Don't while I'm
Just stop
talking,
it with
please.
that, okay? Just let the lady talk.
I just want to make a comment that you're making blanket statements about home mothers, and you're forgetting the fact that I'm making a sacrifice to stay home with my children, not to have two incomes, because I want to raise them myself, make sure they're raised properly in a home where there's supervision, where I can make sure they have values, and a drain on the grid. Give me a break.
This is all part and parcel. You're staying at home, you're using electricity. If you are using electricity and there are more and more of you doing that, it obviously is pressuring an already pressured grid. Now, the power plant's not being built, that's the main problem, but it is exacerbated by women, and I won't include you in this, Sonia, because I don't know you. But there are a number of women, and Mr. Henry didn't want me to go here, but a lot of these vibrators are used...
Will you come on, man? Be a freaking real person here, okay? Vibrators?
They plug them into a wall.
Actually, you can get them with batteries,
I
sir.
know that, but you can plug them into the wall. And sitting in a hot tub with a pool boy, you call that a sacrifice?
I don't have a pool, thank you.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying the ones who do.
Actually, all my friends that are stay-at-home moms, they don't have a pool either.
Sitting
We're
in a hot tub.
saving the planet.
Saving the planet so that what happens?
I'm saving the planet because I'm raising my children to be responsible adults.
You hope. And
they're going to be, sir.
All right,
they're going to be. You know what they're going to be? They're going to be taking care of you when you're 80 and picking your nose in the nursing home.
Sonia, I don't really want... I will be self-sufficient. I will have a man taking care of
They're going to be taking care of you and me when we're old and too old to take care of ourselves. My children will be there because they're morally responsible. I'm going to see to it because I am staying home with them to ensure that they are the future.
Saving the planet from what? Little green men? I think
no, they're saving the planet from freaks like you.
Oh, well, you know what? I won't need your help. You can tell your children I don't want them anywhere near me. All right?
Oh, believe me, I wouldn't want my children to go within 100 yards of you because I would get a restraining order because I would be in fear of their lives.
That makes both of us happy, and just try to keep the light switches from going on and off.
All right.
Oh, that's not a problem.
All right. Do you not like people? Is that it, Mr. Sewell?
I love people. I don't like irresponsible women spitting out babies and then turning all the lights on in the house as they try to find a ball they lost.
Yeah, okay. 1-800-449-8686. Here is Grace on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
I grew up in a rural-type area without electricity, and we had to carry water from about 3 or 4 blocks areas in the buckets to drink and wash. And I graduated from high school. I went and took tests with 3 men that had engineering degrees, and I came in second in the 4. And I climbed the poles for Southwestern Bell with your utilities that you're talking about. I made Look magazine, and I could only have 1 child that lived, and you are mistreating women terrible. I've worked like a dog all my life. I have built cars for General Motors. You haven't ever got off your butt to do any physical work. All you can say is,
That's right. You got it, Grace.
If you can't speak English and in a full sentence without breaking it, you better learn how to use commas and learn English and quit mistreating women that are raising these children to make up the new government that these families will have.
Well, I have a question.
You are a very rude man.
Well, I'm speaking
Goodbye.
What was your question? She hung up.
I wanted to know what the first thing she squatted over was, porcelain, wood, or a flesh stick.
Okay, you are out of here. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. And now Phil talks about the ratings of Teachers, the TV show he's on for just a second, brought to you by...
Mint green, it's a beautiful thing, way down in the valley it gets you clean, and you will see with a gentle scrub how easily it cleans the mud. For anal odors in the air, gets you clean. Down there.
Mint Green Crack Wipe. Yes, welcome to Let's Look at the Ratings. Hello, everybody. I'm Phil Hendrie. Teachers was on last night, our 3rd episode. It was the School Olympics episode. We held 89% of the Scrubs audience. You can't sneeze at that. You could, but who cares? Now, the numbers are not boffo. They're, we're pulling a 2.5. Scrubs had a 2.7. Is that right? Yeah. But in terms of the 18 to 49-year-old audience, we're holding our own against, well, House kicked ass, and so did some other show. I'm not talking about these monster shows, but if you're talking about year to year, like in comparison to The Office, I hate to break the news to a lot of you Office fans, we're doing better than The Office was doing this time last year in the same slot. Yes, think about that as your nose bleeds listening to this. We're doing better year to year in that slot than The Office did. Now, they're bringing The Office, but obviously The Office is brought back. It's on Thursday night, and that's one of their two big comedies, following My Name is Girl. But I'll tell you, it's a wild, wild deal. Now, to help us sort of sort through this, Frank Gray, former television producer, he's the husband of Margaret Gray, is going to join us now on the Phil Hendrie Show. And before we talk with Frank, I want to get Margaret on the line just briefly. Now, just give me another heads up that he confuses his genders, right?
Yes, it confuses us. I don't know why you need to speak to me about this, because we've talked about this.
I know. I just wanted to be clear that when he says he means she. And
when he says he means she, unless he's talking about a gay. And then it's...
He?
Not necessarily.
She.
Maybe.
Well, when is it he and when is it she?
If it's a he who's gay, then it's a he. If it's she who's gay, it's she. In other words, Rosie O'Donnell would be a...
He?
No, you idiot, a she.
Oh, because she's gay.
Yes. And who's gay? Who's a gay guy? I can't think of any gay men. I don't know. Think of a gay guy.
I don't know any gay guys. Who's the gay... Oh, I know. Ian McKellen.
Yeah, that'd be a she. I mean a he.
That's a he.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, to help us with the ratings breakdown here, former Hollywood producer Frank Gray.
Frank.
For a minute, I got to get ice.
God save the icing. Always been, Frank, in a freezer. That's how ice stays ice.
Get a lot of him, will you? He's always busting my castanets. All I'm telling him, Phil, is that if we have ice, can it be somewhere within a mile of my drink? Can you imagine marrying a woman and he can't tell you where the ice is? That's
well, he told you that it's in the freezer.
Yeah, he told me it's in the freezer, but the freezer's in the garage. Okay? Is there some problem with me, Frank Gray, a wealthy former producer and attorney, having ice near my pool bar? Sweet God on a sled. What the Christ is that?
It's just music for the thing. All right, so last night Teachers was on the air. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it immensely. I enjoyed the episode of Teachers last night. I thought you were very funny, Phil, and I thought the episode School Olympics had a lot of good physical comedy, and that's what I think you need. I think the show came into its own last night. And what did you say the numbers were?
We held 89% of Scrubs.
All right, well, that's good. You know, as long as you're holding the lead-in show. And the other thing you got to remember is the show within cost. You're not having any problems with the star, are you? Who's the star again?
Justin Bartha.
She's not causing any problems, is she?
No, she's not. She's
because a lot of these people will show up late. And who's the other one?
Sarah Alexander.
What about him?
He's fine too. He's fine. Everybody works very, very hard, and
so you don't have any prima donnas.
No.
All right. Well, then the show is probably within cost. It's probably much cheaper than Heist. Did you hear about Heist?
Yeah, I heard they canceled it.
Oh, they did the 2 episodes of that turkey, and they had to pull that off the air. But I would tell you this, I liked it. And how about that Sarah Shahi? What a piece of ass he is, huh? Did you see him?
Sarah Shahi? Yes, I saw him.
There was that one scene where he's talking with Justin Bartha's character. I forget what her character's name is.
Jeff Cahill.
Yeah. And he's also talking, but he's wearing a tight pair of
kind of sweatpants.
You're right. And you can see that, oh man, enough to make a man's hand sweat. And I think Dionne Richmond's, did you see her in Trippin'?
Who?
Dionne Richmond.
Oh, yeah, I saw her in that.
Yeah. Now, that's a great movie. It's a movie about the African-American high school experience, but her acting in that was stupendous. And And so I think you got a great actor in Dion Richmond. Matt Winston is always a riot. She can be counted on for so many great things. And you were good. I said to Margaret last night when I was watching you, Phil, I said, look at her. She is funny with that big fat gut and that bald head.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I think you're doing well. And I would just say to you that Matt Tarsus and Bill Rubel are a good creative team. Both of those men have been involved in some successful shows. Whenever Matt talks to you about something, listen to her. Don't try to talk to her about your ideas. Listen to her ideas. And
yeah, well, I do, and then I try to suggest to her idea lines and things.
Well, yeah, but don't break her castanets on a deal. The same thing with Rubel. She knows what she's doing, okay? Bill Rubel knows what she's doing, and Matt Tarsus knows what she's doing. So let those two men, and they will guide you every step of the way, and let them talk to the suits over at NBC. I know you know Shelley McQuarrie.
Yes, I do.
He's a wonderful, wonderful gal, and I think he's a great creative mind. And I know that he's got your back on this. And Jeff Ingold, she's got your back, right?
Yeah, you almost said he.
I thought for a minute that she was queer, but she's not. Now,
will you get out of here with this? What?
Margaret.
What do you want?
Why'd you hang up on him? He's very hurt.
I don't care. I can't take it anymore.
What?
Gee, Jeff Ingold, he. And I said, oh, you almost said he. And he says, yeah, I thought she was queer. I happen to know the guy is married with a kid.
Well, look at you getting all tight in the jaws. I told you Frank has a problem with gender confusion as a result of the boiling gonorrhea infection that went into his brain back in the 50s, but they cleared it up. Everything's fine.
Except for that. You know, it'd be one thing if the guy had a brain injury from a shell fragment in World War II, but no. He had a boiling infection in the brain from gonorrhea, and they cleared it up.
She had a boy.
Get out of here, she. Anyway, so that's it. Scrubs did a 2.7. We did a 2.4. About 89% of the audience. We ranked in the top 10 in 18 to 49. So I don't know what NBC's looking for. And it may be at the end of this process they say, you know what? This whole thing blows chipmunks. Get it all. Just flush it all. They may say that. They may say, you know what? Tuesday night is... You don't think so, Tommy? Well, I mean, what if they say this? What if they say Tuesday night, forget it. We ain't going to beat House, and we're not going to beat that other, what's it, Unit? Was the Unit on last night? The one with Scott Foley? That's a good show. See, that's another, I kind of wish Scott the best of luck, because that poor guy went through some stuff, so he's back. I just don't want you kicking my ass, Scott, if you don't mind. God gave you all the looks and the talent, dude, and he gave me a 30-minute sitcom. Please, God, let us live. But... they may say Tuesday night, forget it. We're getting our ass hammered by these freaking dramas. Let's just get, let's put another Vegas on. I don't know. Maybe they won't. I think the show last night, though, was very funny. I would say, I understand that, I've got issues with last night worked. I don't care. And like I said, we're still holding the number. Who knows? Talked to NBC. I bothered them. I stood outside and waited for executives to come out. Excuse me, sir. And I was tugging at their sleeve. All right. We have our flashback by request coming up. And this one is a Steve Boze. This is bizarre. This is very dark humor. Very black, dark, sick, twisted stuff with Steve Bozell. So it's coming up next. One for the entire family. 1-800-449-8686, The Phil Hendrie Show.
Phil Hendrie. 1-800-449-8686.
And now, Harvey Wireman's Senior Chat. Brought to you by Ace Hardware. And by Norwegian Cruise Line. Here's Harvey Wireman with Senior Chat.
Good evening. Welcome to Harvey Wireman's Senior Chat. Tonight I'm going to have a very special... Forgive me, I've still got the phlegm wedge. Could I get either water or a plastic bottle of Squirt? Squirt seems to loosen it.
Yes, sir, Mr. Wireman.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to Harvey Wireman's Senior Chat. And tonight I have a very special guest. His name is Bill Hemingway. Bill is a retired electrical supplies salesman, and he lives in Sherman Oaks, California. Bill, how are you?
Very fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Wireman.
Now, as you know, as a senior citizen, the proper way to make a left-hand turn in traffic is to do it from the far right-hand lane don't signal, and when people flip you off, call you obscene names and honk their horn, stare straight ahead and scratch your nose. You didn't do that today, did you?
No, I didn't, and that's why I've come here for help.
What's wrong? What happened?
Yes, sir. I was making a left-hand turn off of, originally, by the way, I come from Lowell, Massachusetts. I come out here, settled down after I was in the Korean conflict. I was in the 8th Air Force.
Yeah, sure. That's all fine and good, but let's get back to the problem at hand.
And what is that?
The fact that you made an improper left-hand turn. You're supposed to make the left-hand turn from the far right lane.
Yeah?
And when and not use your signal. Did you use your signal?
I did it all right, except some guy flipped me off, tossed me the bone, as we like to say, or, flipped me the bird, is, what we would call toss me a bone. And I looked at him, and I kind of scratched I scratched between my legs instead.
All right, see, this is where you blew it. You are supposed to make a left-hand turn from the far right lane.
Right.
Don't signal. And when people scream and when you almost kill someone, stare straight ahead and scratch your nose. You scratched your...
Yeah, my thing.
Okay, and you acted as if you were concerned with them. You're not supposed to do that. Let's get some phone calls, though, Bill, because that's what we do here. Here is Mary. Mary?
Harvey, I got out of my car one day, and I found I'd drug a man about a mile. I thought it was garbage that had been stuck to the muffler, and it was a human body that was, by that point, certainly reduced to hamburger in a pair of pants. And I just went, huh, and I went into my house and unloaded my groceries.
Now, right there, Bill, do you hear that?
Yes, I do.
See, Bill, you're acting too concerned. You're acting as if you know what's going on around you.
But I did. I realized that I'd sort of made a mistake.
Well, what do you mean you realized you made a mistake? Don't you understand?
If I could, Harvey.
Go ahead.
When you make a left-hand turn, you're supposed to do it from 6 lanes over to the right.
Yeah?
He doesn't get it.
You don't...
Don't you make a left-hand turn from the left lane?
No, you don't make a left-hand turn from the left lane. You do it from a far right lane, almost murder human beings as you swing across traffic with no signal, and then when they want to rip your throat out and shove it into a garbage compactor, stare straight ahead, put a finger in your nose as if you're looking for a little bit of gold, and that's it.
But you're not supposed to show any concern or even consciousness.
Oh, okay. That was what I did wrong. I showed that I was sorry I made a mistake.
No, you don't make it. You never show you're sorry you make a mistake. Mary, thanks so much for your call. Let's move to another caller. Clark, how are you?
Real good, old buddy. How you been?
I can't complain.
Look it. You got a guy here, this guy Hemming. How you doing, Bill?
I'm not. Am I Bill yet?
No, you should do the...
Good.
Look, Bill. I'm an old Air Force guy myself, too. I was in the 7th Air Force, and let me tell you what, we probably ate a little bit of the same dirt that you did. But I want to tell you that I got a situation. When I was coming home on the freeway the other night, all right, and I realized that my exit was coming up in 5 feet, and even though the signs had warned me that it would be about 3 miles, and I could have gotten over, I made an immediate, sharp right-hand turn, passing over 6 lanes of traffic. I took out the front grill of a guy's car, leapt over a median, all right, got airborne, came through a red light, knocked a woman and her dog into a front lawn of a house that was just adjacent to the light area, hit some parked cars, ran directly over a child on a bicycle, got home, settled into my recliner, and watched the lotto results. Okay? Now, the problem...
but he's not doing that.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
Well, I don't know if there's any help for you, Bill, other than to get back out there and try again.
Well, I'll do that. I'll go out tomorrow and I'll
See, just what you want to do is... What am I doing on the phone now?
I don't know. I'm confused. I was the caller.
Yes. Let me get back out of the phone.
All right, here I am. Now you get back in.
All right.
This better?
Yes. Are you still here, Bill?
I'm just wondering what do you want to do?
Harvey Wireman Senior Chat. Brought to you each week at this time by the people at Alpo. Just good dog food.
I doing in here?
You got to get out of there because I'm the caller.
Well, let me get out. Someone get me out of the phone. GD it anyway.
Here on the Phil Hendrie Show. Now, I know we have on the line here little Brenda, and she's going to join us. And little Brenda, how are you? Let me see where she's at so I make sure that I know. Which line is she on, bud?
She hasn't called yet.
She hasn't called yet. Okay, that's great. Is Harvey there?
Yeah.
Hey, Harvey, you there?
Well, I'm not, are we on the air right now? Or...
Yeah, we're on the air.
Well, what is my understanding was that I would be on to talk about the National Football League collective bargaining agreement.
We do want to hear a little of that.
Well, you want to hear a little, but what's this idea I'm going to be talking to some kid?
There's a debate, not a debate, but a discussion of football strategy.
With what?
You mean with football?
No, who am I talking to?
You're talking about a little girl. Her name is, we call her Little Brenda. Her name is Brenda Van Gleason. She's the daughter of one of our knock guys.
What is a knock guy?
That's our network operations center. She's the daughter of one of the guys over there.
Well, what has that got to do? What are you talking about? I want to talk about the collective bargaining.
I want to bring her on so you could, because I know you're a football fan.
Yeah, I'm a football fan, but it's not even football season. And what am I talking to some kid about it for? Lowry Mays, please.
I can't put you through to Lowry Mays.
Tom Mays, please.
There's nobody.
Willie Mays, then.
Will you just hold on for Willie Mays? That's right. That's Lowry's brother. Hold on for a minute. We'll have little Brenda and Harvey talking football. And
Tom Danheiser, please.
Will you hold on? 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show.
Phil?
All right, Harvey, on the line with me, Harvey Wyman. I know you know a lot about the collective bargaining agreement, and we'll talk about that. But first I want to have you get on the air here.
You're going to get me to talk football with some kid. Is that what I'm understanding?
If you don't mind, okay? She's very knowledgeable, and I have a lot of questions for her.
Well, I don't understand. Where did you find her?
She's a young lady that we know. She's the daughter of, I told you, Steve Van Gleason. And,
okay.
Here, let me bring her up. Hey, Brenda, how you doing, honey?
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Say hello to her, Harvey.
Hello, Brenda. This is Mr. Wireman.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, first question. Harvey? Because you're a football fan, I know you were going to talk about the collective bargaining. I want to talk about that. But tell me first, what is the 3-4 defense?
Are you serious? Are you?
No, I'm. Go ahead. What's the 3-4 defense?
The 3-4 defense is one of many defensive alignments that is used in professional football. There's the 3-4. There's the 4-3.
What does 3-4 mean?
3-4. There's 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. As opposed to, for instance, the 4-3, which is 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. Or there's a 46, which is 4 down linemen and 6 linebackers. And that's essentially it. The 46, or the 34, not the 24, the 34, and then the dwarf 3, not the dwarf 3, the 4-3.
The 4-3.
Right. And so so you're asking me that why?
Because I wanted to know what it was, that's all.
Yeah. So what are you going to ask kid now?
Yeah, I'm going to ask her.
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Get a load of this. He's going to ask the kid, what's the 3-4?
You might as well ask a plastic doll. Ask that.
Yeah, ask that. Yeah, ask the plastic doll.
Brenda, honey, you there? Honey, what is the 3-4?
The 3-4 is 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. And it was developed in the American Football League in the 60s because they didn't have enough talent for a lot of defensive linemen. So they used linebackers as pass coverage and run stoppers. And that's why, because the American Football League didn't have big defensive ends or linemen. So the 3-4 was made up so they could stop the run in the pass by using linebackers instead of linemen.
And how many middle linebackers are in the 3-4?
Wait, what is this? Some kind?
There's 2 middle linebackers instead of just one on account of it's the 3-4.
Thank you, Brenda. Okay, Harvey?
Is that kid reading that?
No, she's amazing, isn't she?
Is that brat who's the queer that, Seacrest? Is that the brat that Seacrest?
What do you mean queer?
Well, is that the brat he has on his show, or her show?
No, what brat?
He's got some brat.
I don't know about any brat that he has.
You got the same brat that Seacrest has. He's got a brat on every morning, and they call up an adult. The kid's obnoxious, pisses everybody off. One of these days, they're going to find the kid dead with a fork in its neck. And
well, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying that you see, you got that kid on to make me look like a boob.
No, man. I thought maybe you'd dig the fact that she knows what the 3-4 is and all kinds of football. She knows all about football. Hey, Brenda, do middle linebackers like the 3-4?
Wait a second. Why don't you ask me that?
All right, go ahead, Harvey. Do middle linebackers like to play in a 3-4 defense?
Yes, they do. Because it features a lot of linebackers, and linebackers want to play. That's a stupid question.
All right, Brenda, do middle linebackers like it?
Not really, no.
Why?
Well, because the nature of a middle linebacker is to be kind of solitary in the middle, like Dick Butkus and Ted Hendricks. And when there's two of them, it's like they're sharing the same turf. And Ray Lewis has been on record as saying he doesn't like the 3-4 because he wants to be in the middle by himself.
You know something, Hendrie? I think you're a real... Is that the kid again?
No, that's a doll. It's a plastic doll.
What an idiot. It's a plastic doll.
Oh, so the retard's turning on me too, huh? You'll hear from my lawyer.
Wait a minute. You are a lawyer.
Well, then you'll hear from me.
Well, you're on the phone right now.
At a later date, you'll hear from me.
Get up.
I hate all of you. I hate you.
What are you doing with that doll, man? Are you flipped out or something?
It's just a neat button.
I don't want to hear it again. Brenda, thank you, honey. You really know a lot about football, don't you?
Yeah, my grandfather, he was a player one time. Then he played, but he got hurt.
Oh, was he a player and then he got injured?
Uh-huh.
Played in a football game?
No, the police shot him when he was running from a liquor store.
Okay.
He robbed it. He robbed it.
Yeah, okay. Thanks very much, honey.
Do I win?
Do you win what?
A prize.
No, you don't win a prize.
Douchebag.
We'll be right back. 1-800-449-8686. Coming up on the Phil Hendrie Show, we've got Dave Oliva and... I can't read your writing, bud. What is this, crayon? Larry Grover. Next on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Phil Hendrie Show. 1-800-449-8686. The Phil Hendrie Show is back. 1-800-449-8686.
Go ahead, Frank.
You're welcome, Wally.
Well, it's just my question whether they had Phil, whether they gave the guy the information.
Look, I can't talk to you anymore about this stuff, okay? Because I think you're drunk.
You think I'm drunk? See, this is the show I'm watching right now. Leave it on your beaver.
Get out of here, will you? What's this guy saying? King County detectives in Seattle are investigating the owners of a Seattle area farm after a Seattle man died from injuries sustained while having sex with a horse.
Well, just saying, do they have a sign on the stable?
Do they have a sign on the stable saying what? Don't have sex with a horse?
Yes, because there's a legal question.
Do you know about that, Harvey?
Well, look, what the retard is saying is... You've got to have the story that I'm seeing here.
No, wait a minute. I want to know something. Do you got to have a sign on the stable that says "Don't have sex with a horse"?
The man could have the man's family might have a claim. Now, the name of the area is Enumclaw, isn't it?
Enumclaw, yeah.
All right, and it's in Coon County?
King County.
Where's that?
Washington.
Whereabouts?
Seattle.
Coon County, Seattle.
King County, Seattle.
See, I would have more of a problem with that than a guy, giving it to a horse because...
Problem with what, man?
Living in a place called Coon County, if you're...
King County, which is Seattle.
Look, a guy gives it to a horse on a, what are you going to do? But if you don't have a sign on the barn that tells you, I see a lot of signs, don't you, Bud?
Yeah, I see signs that say, take your boots off.
And don't have sex with the horse?
Well, it's not without precedent. I mean, here in the town is called Numbnuts. What is it?
Unumclaw. How do you get numbnuts out of that?
I'm reading it here, and it looks like numbnuts to me. But in any event, this guy was having sex with a horse. The horse kicked him to death. Now, why would it do that? Well,
because it doesn't want the guy doing that to it.
All right. Now, the owners of the horse need to have a sign that says something along the lines of, please don't, give it to a horse. And that way...
Yes, please don't give it to a horse, huh? Is that what the sign's going to say?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, how would you word it?
I wouldn't put a sign up, man. I don't think there is a sign that needs to be put up for human beings that live on the planet Earth. For jackasses like this, that's animal abuse, okay?
What is?
Having sex with a horse. That's animal abuse. That's not even sex. That's abusing an animal.
Boy, you got a pair on you. You might try asking the horse.
The thing kicked the guy to death. I guess it didn't like it, did it?
Well, according to the Coon Society, what's the Coon Society?
What is it, Bud?
Humane Society.
The Humane Society.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry, I can't read. The Humane Society of the United States intends to use this case during the next state
legislative
session as an example of why sex with animals should be
outlawed.
Oh, okay, outlawed in
Washington.
In Washington, said, see, it's not even against the law yet. So I think they've got a problem. I think, A, you can have sex with an animal. B, they didn't warn him not to. C, he's dead. And I think the horse has a big problem, too, because technically the horse could be sued. I don't know how you'd do that, but...
Okay, why don't you go and have a cutty with, what's-his-ass?
All right.
So, do you think there's a sign where the chickens live that says, don't choke the chicken? What are you looking at me for?
You know, Bud, there comes a time when everyone must part ways. There comes a time, Bud...
Oh, are you getting gay on me?
No, I'm not going to be violent, man. No, I don't think there is a sign that says, don't choke the chicken.
Don't you think there should be?
You're pushing me, man. You really want me to belt you, don't you?
Don't you think there should be?
No, I don't any more than there ought to be one that says, don't give it to the horse. 1-800-449-8... Yeah?
What are you all pissed off about?
I don't need this guy in here anymore. I don't want him in here anymore. I want him out of here. I don't need a sidekick. I don't want any...
Oh, well, you don't need a sidekick. Everybody has a sidekick. What about, what's his name?
Who?
Ken.
Who's Ken?
The guy that's got the sidekick named John.
John and Ken?
Yeah. What about Howard Stern? Ain't he got a sidekick?
Yeah, he's got Robin.
All of them do. But you gotta work alone. Why? You're Mr. Independent. That's why. I think Dickman does a great service for this program. I think it was a very good question. Should there be a sign that says don't choke the chicken? Because one of the things...
All right, 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show.
You hang up, Mr. Hall, you're in trouble.
Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686.
Bud, what is this, man? I got to do a segment called Law Talk with Harvey Wireman. What is this?
It's music for...
Get on something better than this, man.
How about this?
I told you the Lakers weren't getting out of the Western Conference. They ain't getting out of the Western Conference. And it's not that I take any particular joy in that, but you could see that coming a mile away.
Like that one?
No, man, I don't like that one. Never mind. Harvey Wireman joins us. This is Law Talk with Harvey Wireman. And tonight we're going to be talking with Harvey about the... Mr. Wireman, where are you?
I'm taking a bath.
What is with everybody taking a bath tonight?
I don't know. What do you mean everybody taking a bath tonight?
Every guy that I've had on the air as a guest is either in a hot tub or a bathtub.
Well, I'm soaking my back. I've got a back throw with Epsom salts. So I don't know what in Jesus you're talking about.
Anyway, we want to talk a little bit about the 3 major trials that are coming up, Harvey. Mr. Wireman is a noted criminal defense attorney who is now retired, but you do pro bono work for a lot of people.
That is correct, yes.
Tell me about the 3 big trials we're talking about: Kobe Bryant, Scott Peterson, and Michael Jackson.
Well, I can tell you right away, Phil, that what these three trials have in common is that they are the trials of black men in America. And as a result, I don't know that they'll get a fair trial.
Hold on for a minute. Are you talking about the Peterson trial as well?
I'm talking about Scott Peterson, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jackson.
Scott Peterson's white.
The hell he is. He's black.
And Scott Peterson's a white man.
No, he's not. He's not a white base. He's a mulatto.
What do you mean he's a mulatto, man? What? Look at...
No,
There he is, Phil. I've seen it.
Get out of here, will you, bud? Mr. Wireman,
this is a trial. These 3 trials represent 3 African-American men on trial.
Scott Peterson's a white man as far as that...
Wait a minute. Did you bring me on as the guest? Aren't I the guest?
Yes.
I'm telling you, the guy's a mulatto. Now, he could be octoroon, or he could be quadroon. But
what is octoroon?
He'd be 1/8 black.
What's quadroon?
1/4.
What's mulatto?
Half. You want to go for full-blooded?
Okay, what's full-blooded?
Negro. All right. Now, as the result of these 3 men not getting a fair trial, they can't get a fair trial, and America can't get a fair trial. And I'll tell you why, Phil, because we're stuck. We will either wrongfully convict them for something they didn't do, or they'll walk away scot-free from something they did do. That's what happens when you put 3 young African-American men on trial. And Scott Peterson, for a young black man to have pulled himself up...
Oh, I can't. What? I can't go on talking about Scott Peterson as a young black man.
No, he is. He's African-American.
So you're saying he has black blood?
Yes.
On whose side?
Probably his father. His father looks dark.
Okay.
Now, you got Scott Peterson, a young black man who stands out like a sore thumb in a white neighborhood. And, of course, they're going to want to...
What do you mean he stands out like a sore thumb?
Well, he's obviously black.
What are you looking at, man? You got eyes? This cat's face is white.
But his hair's kinked out. Haven't you seen it?
His hair ain't kinky, man. His hair is cut off short because of the... he bleached it and
Listen, I can hear the doubt in your voice, see? You aren't sure.
Well, if you're going to call a guy African-American, you got to be sure that he is.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Now you're pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm halfway sure.
Well, what are you basing it on?
The guy looks like a black guy to me, Phil. It could be, maybe he looks white to you. I'm basing it on my observation that Scott Peterson's black. And as a result, he's not going to get a fair trial. Him, O.J., you put all these guys together, they're always suspected of murdering their wives. Now...
Well, it's a common thing for husbands to murder their wife. At least the cops will look at a guy who murders, a wife that is...
So American. God.
Sorry, what I'm trying to say is... I'm trying to say that it's common when a wife dies to look at the husband.
You're telling me my business? I'm a criminal defense attorney.
Well, isn't it true?
Yes, it is true. But I'm just saying that in the case of Scott Peterson, who was born and raised in the projects in Atlanta,
You don't even know that for a fact. This guy's white.
You know something, Phil? You are never really going to understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'm curling my hair tonight. Honey, hand me that curling iron. Oh, no, not in the top. That hurts.
Okay, I've had, I don't know how many guests kill themselves in the tub tonight, electrocuting themselves with a toaster, a curling iron, and a hairdryer. This is a trial about a young black man. The Scott Peterson trial started today, and the prosecution laid into this guy. I mean, they just laid into him saying, apparently, Mr. Peterson's a inveterate liar. And first he said he was going golfing, then he was going fishing. It depended upon who he was talking to that day. I'm telling you, this guy is as guilty as sin.
Really?
Yes.
You mean...
I told you the Lakers weren't getting out of the Western Conference. They ain't getting out of the Western Conference. And it's not that I take any particular joy in that, but you could see that coming a mile away. Nice going. Phil Hendrie Show.
The Phil Hendrie Show. 1-800-449-8686. I want to be a black youth leader.
And now it's time for Phil Explains the Bullcrap with Frodo the Puppet.
I'm Frodo the Puppet. Hi, Mr. Henry.
Hi, Frodo. How are you today?
I'm good. Mr. Henry, why do people molest children? That seems bad to me.
Frodo, it is bad, and it's probably the worst crime that could be committed against a child. Why do people do it?
Yes, sir.
Well, they say it's because it's a cycle, actually, Frodo, that those individuals themselves were molested when they were kids. And so this insidious and frightening cycle continues well on into their adulthood, and then on and on and on it goes. It's a horrible thing, and it takes a great deal of therapy to get through it.
You mean they touch the children in a bad place?
Yeah, Frodo, that's right. They touch the children in a bad place.
Well, like you did to me the other day.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
You put your hand up my dress.
You're a puppet. That's what I'm supposed to do, is put my hand up your dress. What do you mean, like I did to you the other day?
You put your hand up my dress like you wanted to get your jollies.
Listen, stupid. I didn't put my hand up your dress. You're a freaking puppet.
And I think you're going to want to talk to this guy.
What guy?
Line 3.
What do you mean, line 3? Hello?
Yes, sir. Is Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Yes, sir. This is Detective Brown, Los Angeles County Sheriff.
Yeah?
Sir, we're investigating an allegation of lewd conduct with a minor. We'd like to have you down to our Twin Towers station to debrief you in an interrogation.
Are you talking about this puppet?
We got a accuser, Frodo the Puppet. Is that correct?
I know Frodo the Puppet.
Sir, this is Frodo the Puppet.
Yes, Mr. Puppet.
Oh, he touched me. He put his hand up my thing.
He's a puppet. Am I supposed to put my hand up his thing?
All right, we just want to clarify some things. So we're sending an officer around after you get off the air. Escort you down. We'd like to ask you a few questions, sir. This is going to be a violation of Penal Code, State of California, California Penal Code 2888. Any person who willfully or lewdly commits any lewd or lascivious act.
Are you trying to tell me that putting my hand up a puppet's dress is a lewd and lascivious act?
He did it for his kicks.
You stinking... Are you...
Well, let's don't threaten him, Mr. Henry. Okay, we're trying to figure out this whole thing, and I'm sure we'll be able to do it, all right? So, thank you very much, and I expect to see you down here. We'll send an officer around, okay? This is Officer Brown, over now.
You did this.
I didn't do anything. You should not touch me.
This has been Phil Explains the Bullcrap with Frodo the Puppet.
Pervert.
I touched him. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. So anyway, this guy Snetton, this D... And now it's time for Phil Explains the Bullcrap with Frodo the Puppet.
Hi, Mr. Hendrie.
Hello, Frodo. How are you?
I guess I'm okay.
Gee, Frodo, you look a little down in the dumps. What's wrong?
I want to ask you a question. Am I a real boy, or I'm just, like, not alive at all?
Are you a real boy, or are you not alive?
Yes, sir.
Well, of course you're alive, Frodo. You're alive in the imaginations of thousands of...
No. Just wait a minute. You didn't hear me. Am I a living being?
Of course you are, Frodo.
No, really. Am I just a puppet? Does a puppet have a soul? Am I like other kids?
What, Frodo, I mean...
Give it to me straight, will you?
Yes, you're just...
I said to quit lying about it. Am I a real person or am I not?
Jesus,
Well, you're always bullcrapping me. I want the real reasons. Am I a living being or just a rag on a hand?
No, you're not a living being.
I'm not.
No, you're a puppet. Am I a living being or just a rag on a hand? Yeah, as long as you're going to put it that way.
So you're saying that I'm not alive at all?
You're a puppet. Of course you're not alive.
That's all I needed to know.
Wait a minute, don't... Oh, my God, Now I got puppet guts all over the mic. God. Who gave him that gun? Nice going, Pelton. This has been Phil Explains the Bullcrap to Frodo the Puppet on The Phil Hendrie Show. A production of the University of Southern California. All right, well, that's too bad. Can I get a rag in here or something to wipe this off the... Yeah. Frodo the Puppet blew his guts all over the mic. Am I a living being?
Is back.
And now Phil Explains the Bullcrap, with Frodo the Puppet.
Hello, Mr. Hendrie. It's nice to see you.
Hello, Frodo. How are you?
I'm good, but I have so many questions, things I must read, and then things I see but are inexplicable.
Well, I certainly understand, Frodo, and I can help you with whatever questions you have.
Mr. Hendrie, how come you always talk about Mohammed cartoon and everything?
Oh, well, I talk about that because the media in our country is not being very honest. Actually, they're not being very courageous. See, it's a very big story, Frodo.
Uh-huh.
It's about religion being hypocritical and sometimes religion being co-opted by fanatics. And, well, the Mohammed cartoons are very important, but the media's not dealing with it.
Well, what are they dealing with? What are they talking about instead of Mohammed?
Well, for instance, they're talking about Dick Cheney and what's been going on there.
What's changing?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Dick Cheney. Why are you See, here we go again. Why are you looking at Bud?
I didn't look at Bud.
He's not looking at me.
Bull crap, I saw the puppet glance at you with a little wink. What are you smiling at?
Oh, you said what's the story?
They're talking about Dick Cheney.
You take an ointment for that?
Okay, that's it.
So what did he do?
Take an ointment for that. Watch this.
Phil, the puppet's on your own hand.
Yeah, what?
Ow! Mr. Hendrie! Ow!
Filthy lion puppet. Filthy, stinking lion puppet.
You just beat the hell out of your own hand.
I don't care if it's my own hand. Will you turn that gay stuff off? See, every time the puppet winks at you, I know something's going on, Bud.
What's going on? I mean, are you out of your mind? The puppet's on your hand.
Well, then what's the stuff about you take an ointment for it?
Well, you said you're talking about Dick Cheney. The puppet misunderstood.
Yeah, and he's looking at you and getting his cues from you. I saw that. I saw that coming, Bud.
What are you laughing about?
Because the whole thing's driving me nuts. That's why I don't do this puppet segment. Because every time I do, the puppet and you, they, exchange glances. Something's coming up. Thing asks me about Muhammad, that's fine. Then we get into Dick Cheney, and all of a sudden it turns into a high school joke. Do you take an ointment for that?
Well, you said Dick Cheney, the puppet didn't get it.
Oh, the puppet got it all right. You want to know how I know the puppet got it? Because he was staring at you. He got it from you.
So your answer is to beat up your own hand?
I don't care if it is my own hand. Would you get me some Band-Aids? Oh, God.
You're bleeding and everything.
This has been Phil Explains the Bullcrap with Frodo the Puppet.
That's me!
Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686.